Hey everyone, welcome to ZSR. Today we have a Majora's Mask Randomizer weekly race. This is the S6 Chaotical Majora test settings. We got a big crew here for you today. Tracking, we got Bucky, we got KT Bean, we got Alley Oops, and we have Gigi as well. Commentating for us, we have G, Shellenorth Roosevelt, and Captain will be joining us shortly. Take it away, guys.
Hello.
Captain's
Welcome.
internet had an issue,
Yeah,
but will be
Captain
joining
will
us.
be back as soon as he
But
gets
yeah,
control of his ship. But yeah, this is our second chaotical race, for the weeklies. Um, Anything you're hoping to see in this one, G?
yeah, I'm trying not to give away anything that happened yesterday for the weekly. It was very interesting. If you're looking for something that was, I don't even know how to describe it. Definitely go and watch it. But hmm, I want to see some of the like key settings come into play because we have the regional small keys on.
Yep, that's one of the features here is gonna be the temple small keys can be anywhere within their region.
You anybody needs these settings, I think baseball put in commands, right? Yeah. Exclamation settings and exclamation fairies for the location for some of the fairy chests that are on. Which I think have a high likelihood of being in season 6 at this point, because I think everybody that I've seen say something about them at least has said that they like some of the fairy spots.
Yeah, it seems like everyone wants temples to be a little denser than they have been.
Yeah.
Required
Acquired
SCP
SCP.
small key on Pinla.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm
Okay.
talking about. That'd be so much fun. Be awesome.
Yeah, we take
No,
those. All song items required. Uh,
yeah, so just to
yeah, why
briefly
not?
go over what we've got. Chaotical has no Epona start. Like we mentioned, some of the stray fairy chests are on, so dungeons have a little bit more going on. Milk bar purchases are on. Lulu Good photos on. Lotteries shuffled. We got the regional small keys. For anyone who doesn't know what that is, it's basically like you might find Woodfall small keys in like Southern Swamp, in like their same region, basically. Um, Boss Blue Warp is junked in favor of Elder Goron, and we have a random starting song, which I don't believe we know yet, but I think we know it's not Epona.
Yep, I did
The
also
Swamp Spider
see.
House is removed as from the rotating always, and there is the peak, and then Andrew and Cafe and the Frog Choir in the rotating always pool.
Right,
Yeah, I think that's pretty
yeah.
much everything,
Can get
right?
a long quest in here.
Oh yeah, that'd be so fun.
I would love to see frogs.
Yup. I
I don't
think
think
that in the
I've
entirety of
ever.
Mystery, I'd missed
I
every Andrew and Cafe seed that happened, if there were any that happened.
don't know if there were any. I don't remember seeing any.
And we definitely need one today, or
Um,
frogs. Frogs. Ugh.
oh, and our always and sometimes hints do not have hint importance, right? In
I don't think
this.
so.
So we
I honestly
will
don't remember.
see things like Aliens has a swamp title deed, but we don't know if it's required.
Aliens. Nothing has ever happened with aliens in a chaotical seed so far.
Oh, I did see that hint.
Yeah, that was
Yeah. I'll also hold back on any spoilers. So for the chat, I was watching yesterday's Chaotical VODM like partway through, which is why G is being very careful. But I also don't know what happened.
yeah. Unfortunately, Captain and I do. Fox was there too. Yeah, how about let's not have what we happened yesterday? Let's have something fun. something. Well, not that wasn't fun. I actually had a lot of fun with yesterday, but
All right,
we
let's
are off.
cafe again. I know there's $20 on the clock tower.
It looked like $220 on cafe.
Oops,
So
well,
nothing but
$20,
red rupees so far. Ugh. I feel like I'm getting indigestion from my water, which doesn't feel like it makes any sense. Same about Salvini. Yeah. I think it was worth watching, but
Cola is taking a gamble going straight to night 1, skipping room res.
got magic in the tree.
It's
It's a nice early magic.
And did Cola skip Guru?
I don't know. I will say though, I was looking at Nash's screen and I barely caught the song layout. Did anybody else see absolutely nothing different? Which would mean Lullaby. Full Lullaby is our starting song. I think it was going on. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I guess we're starting with Lullaby.
Here's our first lottery check. Also, we saw a swamp title deed on North Lockdown Tingle, and there was a mountain.
Said that we got mountain title deed.
Yeah, I guess Cola did not actually forward time.
Yeah.
Just thought about it.
Something in Grass Grotto. Cool. Got section going straight for Zora Masters in Grass Grotto. Okay. So early transform.
Lots of paper and logic early.
Is that an empty bottle in lottery? Was that text?
Oh, I missed it.
I didn't know there was a text there.
I have seen that, but like I've never thought about it. You know.
Frogfire dead.
No. Oh.
Sad.
Well, I'm gonna log off, guys.
It was a good race. Good job, everybody.
Funny
Hood on Sword School, and it looked like a bottle of gold dust on Observatory.
Yeah.
Spiderhouse Chest is dead.
25.
Fisherman Games dead. PFE Foolish, thank you, Fox. And Woodfall Temple Foolish. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, because
yeah.
Blue Boss Warp is junked in these settings also. In favor of Elder Goron song.
Hello, friends.
Welcome
back.
Captain. Glad to hear your internet's working.
Yes, my apologies. For some reason, my router decided to throw a big fat hissy fit. But I believe things are in working order now. What'd I miss?
Not too much yet. We saw Zora in Terminal Field. That was that in Grass Grotto. And then there have been a couple of bottles spotted. There was gold dust on the observatory, and lottery has an empty bottle, we think.
Bremen.
Ooh.
Bremen for P-Hat.
And is the bottle in Logic? Or not the bottle, excuse me. Yes, the gold dust. Is that in Logic yet?
With Zora it is, yeah.
Ah, wonderful.
Twycana's Foolish.
All right. Road to Akana Exterior and Woodfall Temple. Woodfall Temple's a pretty good Foolish. PFE's like mid-tier, I would say. But especially since we had an early Zora.
That's
Captain's Room Res. Yeah, PFE's not... This is maybe the one place where I'm a little okay with PFE Foolish, even though normally it's kind of bad. Just because we have that early Zora.
Oh yeah, we also had that Sphere Zero Magic on the North Lockdown crew.
I pitched.
Okay. So Sphere Zero Magic and Zora, that's pretty nice.
The Horses is dead.
It was a mask of some kind.
Oh, was it? I didn't even notice. I just saw the gray text.
That's Bremen.
Stone mask.
Section getting that early bunny hood is pretty nice. I always love her extra speed, but I'm sure the other runners will get it. Cool.
I think that was a bomb bag on Milk Road Tingle, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And what was that check that Nasher just read was dead? I'm so sorry.
I didn't notice. And yeah, that seeing on Susato's screen, it looks like that is Definitely a full lullaby and hitting the hit stone.
Seahorses, okay.
Stone mask.
I think that is both of our sometimes, right? Ocean Spider, House Chest, and Seahorses.
Is seahorses sometimes? I thought it was an always with these. Yeah, it's an always with these.
Oh, it isn't always. Excuse me.
Yep, that's all good.
Captain's hat was on root reds.
Something in the tree? Money!
Oh, lights on Guru.
Ooh, early lights are really nice.
Yeah, and you have magic. You don't have a bow yet.
Picto.
A lot of major items, actually, early on.
Picto is nice because then once we get a horse, then we can get the Lulu photo turn in, among other things.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a cute little buff to Picto. I've seen a lot of good reception on the buff to Picto.
Always nice to have.
Okay, section saves coming lottery. That's pretty cool.
I also saw we have
model.
I see we have 2 pieces of paper as well. Termina Field, Grass Chest as Mountain Title Deed, and Swamp Tingle has a Swamp Title Deed. How appropriate.
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah, so I don't know if this is exactly how it works. I very loosely remember this being explained to me when I was playing Recomp with Lottery. But I think the numbers are the same for each day, for each cycle. So if you were to reset, you would get the same numbers for day 1 Lottery. Oh, well, I
think that's how it works, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a different number day 2 than day 1, though.
Right.
So you have to reset.
The tourist center roof.
Okay, thank you, Fox.
I saw the tourist center roof had beans. The Cola just found a bow.
Yeah,
Nasher just found ice arrows. Okay, Seed, slow down.
Wait, yeah, where were ice arrows?
The Tingle photo, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
No wonder Section wanted to do the lottery. It had a bottle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know there was text for the reward for lottery. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
So you don't even have to set up for it if you don't want the item. But obviously, runners wanting a bottle makes perfect sense. Magic by drink needs cooling. There's Gitgo.
Okay. It's turning into an almost Rush Icona seed. We've got ice. We just need hook and a horse, actually.
Yeah.
And the ladder we can kind of skip.
We could get north as soon as we buy bombs.
Oh, we got a bow on Cola's side. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, there was a bow in the kind of Pillar Grotto, like the East Pillar Grotto.
Alright, so it seems like we're getting a lot of the magic and utility upgrades, but no transformations, except Zora.
Yeah. Nothing on the dongos for once an empty chest. What is that? Cow mask on a bomb shop.
Why not? It's a shop purchase check.
Yeah, I will say I'm a big fan of the milk bar purchases being in play. Give a little power to an item like Romani's mask.
Yeah.
Sound check otherwise.
Going back to the bottle kerfuffle, I mean, at least people are getting bottles early instead of all the way in Snowhead Temple Freezer Corridor or Bank 2 or if any of y'all were here yesterday.
Yeah, it's kind of a nightmare.
Ooh. Susato gave us a great view of Postman, showing that he's got a heart on his head.
Good baseball, yes, it is Woodfall Temple.
Yeah, Woodfall is also a fairly good Foolish, to be fair, but not the case today.
Woodfall Temple today. Yeah, Axel, yesterday's was something.
Skater on Nacho's side. Check that. Use lockdown checks. So our third lottery coming in.
Yeah, I think I remember every runner having at least checked what was on it, so I'm sure that they'll all want to route in that bottle. Especially because the first bottle they've seen otherwise is the Gold Dust on Observatory, which isn't ideal, even though they can soon go to North.
Yeah, I was wondering if you sell that, like,
Selling it might even be better.
Observatory
way.
is, like, kind of an annoying pickup. As soon as you find Goron or Deku, it's pretty quick.
Man's Freedom, just a piece of heart, looks like.
Yeah, with the title deeds, it's tough though because you already have Swamp and Mountain title deed, as well as you almost have North access. Your opponent's away from being able to turn in Mountain title deeds, so it's tough which paper you want to turn in for Toilet Hand first night. Unless of course you get a boring letter to Cafe.
I think that's what the runners are known for, but yeah.
Which is, I should ask, is letter to Cafe boring today?
$220.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Excellent.
Now, is Nashor first into Observatory here?
No. Someone else has already gone and gotten the Gold Dust.
Okay. In that case,
I believe Zato and Cola both did, if I remember correctly.
Yes, because that's the Gold Dust, of course. Alright, I think I'm all caught up then. Thank you.
I'm glad I'm not. Yo, sure. Room res skipper.
Now, in this setting, do we have quest items stick around over reset?
We do not.
Okay.
Captain. I think if the two of us managed to forget that piece of information, we'd both be investigated. We sure don't, is right, Fox.
Well, having an extra little chat with Guru.
I think Cola just goldfish there, as we say in Metroid Prime 2 Rando, and did a double take.
Ominous.
Yeah. I'm sorry, not goldfish, sorry. The term we use in the Prime community is hot dogged.
Goldfish.
Baseball, it may or may not have saved several runners yesterday.
Yeah, why hot dog?
Great question. So we had a Cross Game Cup tournament a few years ago, and one of the teams called Team Hot Dog, one of the runners was stared at the go mode progression required for their opponent, their other runner to finish the game. Totally waltzed by it and didn't get it. They still won anyway, but since then we have coined the term hot dog.
All right.
That's pretty good.
Classic.
I like it.
More inside jokes.
It's always fun to have a good story behind different things that have happened.
Yeah, there's a useless Don Garo on Bomb Grandma.
Sad.
Now,
So
I believe she does not give you the big bomb bag hint this time, unlike Mystery 2.
That sounds right. Oh no, is the always command borked again, or do we just not? Oh no. I know Neuro was having trouble with it yesterday.
Oop. Suddenly home menu.
Wrong console, I think.
There we go.
Alright, looks like Cola might be
Alright.
back up. Hopefully not too many hiccups from them. Alright, sweet.
Alright, Nasher's gonna get the Transformation Fairy reward, which is a keg.
Ooh, that's spicy.
Keg before Goron Mask this time. I wonder if the seed's trying to apologize for something.
I plead the fifth.
You're not the one who has to plead the fifth, to be fair.
That's true. I had no hand in anything. I was just a spectator to the sport.
This bombers.
Yup.
Yeah. Not the best combo, but it'll do. Looks like the other section's got a bottle of red potion on standby for the witch recovery.
Nasho giving a little kiss there to Sakon.
Nice picture of Zora back counting as a picture of Tingle.
Yeah.
We had this kerfuffle yesterday with the Lulu photo.
Link just appearing in frame. Baseball. Bot does not like you today.
Oh dear.
And I have cloth. Interesting.
Oh, I did not see that.
Yeah, what
Well, given we just got a keg.
Nasha got those bombs too, just now.
Alright, very nice.
And it looks like we have Section as our first person pushing south.
Axel, you can speak for us. We all like baseball. Baseball is great.
Indeed. Yes, we love our restreamers and our tech teams especially because they're the reason we're able to even yammer about MMR to you guys anyway. So
yeah, we definitely. This bot definitely does not like you though. Going on a day through ranch, that would be kind of funny.
All right, so it looks like money hasn't been an issue. I mean, we have magic and light arrows as well, so money is definitely a non-obstacle today.
Yeah, I don't know why Cola climbed that tree for $100.
Probably Tinkle.
Yeah, it might have just been.
And I'd probably go to Swamp Archery and grab it, but the tree might be a little faster.
I actually speak bot. Well. Hooray!
Nasha's down at Bio Baba, which is an interesting choice with no way to go west yet. Could be a cool spot if it had anything.
Well, if it's in logic, it can have progression, to be fair, when it comes to rando, so you can never be too sure sometimes.
Definitely.
This is definitely a decision to be extra thorough, it looks like. Make sure you leave no stone unturned. Don't miss that one check that just so happens to have your go mode 2 hours later. It's happened to all of us, I
think early mid-game in a weekly or a qual, I think a lot of people have argued it makes a lot of sense to be pretty thorough, and I totally understand it. That said, I would 100% climb a tree for $100.
Well, there's our letter to Cafe.
On the note of that.
On the chateau purchase.
Well,
yeah. I think we're good on hints, baseball. Thanks.
Yeah, I think. Oh, yeah, I think you've got everything.
Yay.
All right, let's see what the field business scrub has. It is a heart piece. A little too expensive for that, so... Ooh, yeah, I believe this is a common play for the other section. They like to really zip ahead of their first cycle and usually go to ranch early. Although, with the keg knowledge, that might not be the best case today, but that's okay. We'll figure this out. Actually, we can't even use it anyway because we don't have a Gorn mask.
Yeah.
Michael, I think you actually have to make it up the tree because the $100 was at the top. Maybe if you reach at the halfway point, you could get it. Where's the bow again? Icon of Pillar, or not Icon of Eastfield Grotto, Pillar Grotto.
Yeah, it was pretty. Bow is Sphere 0 today. So we have Sphere 0 Bow, Sphere 1 Bomb, Sphere 0 Zora. Oh, what was that? Oh, wait, we don't know what the All Knight's Mask purchases yet.
Sphere 0 Magic, too.
Yeah, we've got some pretty good stuff here. The early Gibdo is a little spicy, too.
Gibdo, yeah.
Yeah. All right,
Well, seed.
We have lights, we have ice already. You never know.
Waiting on a hook shot, really.
All right, we have a purple rupee, by the way, on bank 1. We're about to see what the Swamp Spider House reward is, and it appears to... Did we roll a... Are we sure we didn't roll the same seed?
Was that really?
Hold,
Don't tell me. I like
hold.
couldn't see it. Captain, please. Please tell me that's not what you saw.
Oh, chat says it was a wallet.
Oh, thank God.
Alright.
I thought it was Mirror Shield. I couldn't get the best angle. I thought it was Mirror Shield again.
It went straight to my face as soon as you said that. I was like, no.
Hey, don't worry. I've got the Picard facepalm in my favorites just in case.
I think if Mirror Shield was on Swamp Spider House again, I'd be getting more whiskey.
Whoops. Halt. Yeet.
There was nothing on Kume or Katake, right?
Yeah, so Nasho's turning in the Swamp Title Deed first. I think this is the correct move, because at this point, you're only a Goron Mask away from being able to turn in Mountain. Oh, hey,
well,
would you look at that? Let's go turn in Mountain.
Okay.
Well, there that is.
Well, logically, we still need a horse, but at the same time, we have ways around that.
Yeah, I mean, arguably, you were only a Deku away from turning in Swamp Title Deed.
It's true. We have north access at this stage.
Yeah.
I don't call this trash on purpose, you know.
Good thing you turned in one of them.
I don't call this trash on purpose, you know.
So when do our other runners get Goron then?
Oh, you know what else? That also opens up Ranch.
Sure does.
Oh, which means you have to skip Romani's game and cycle reset. Thanks, game!
Yeah.
Axel brings up a very good question.
If I do call it on purpose, I'm probably calling a spoiler race. The chat says I explode. No, it's not quite that complex.
Although it would be pretty exciting.
It's
a firework.
For Suzato. Also, Suzato is probably about to get their
It is the living keg.
Goron as well. We'll see which paper they choose to turn in.
That was funny.
Hook and Epona opens Elder Goron?
Yes, because Hookshot, that would give us access to well for hot spring water, and that can melt the Elder Goron.
Oh, good point. As
So,
I
yeah.
say, I didn't realize what Epona's was locking, but yeah. Very interesting.
So yeah, hot spring water or fire opens up the Elder Goron. And well is the only other alternative source of, okay, nice baby jump, thanks Dark Souls.
Yeah, I'm thinking about which paper you turn in here again. And, like, I think I would turn in the Mountain Title Deed because you need Horse and Goron to turn it in. And it's so easy to re-pick up, like it's in the Terna Field Grass chest.
Yeah. I agree with that too, just because also the actual Mountain Title Deed turn-in is a little later into the seed right now, so it seems like it may be less likely to have things we need.
Oh hey, Honey and Darling has another bottle.
Wow, we are flush with bottles today.
Yeah, not too bad on the bottle supply. That's 3 known now.
Is the... I think that is 3. Is the wallet in Swamp Spider House in Logic right now? It is, right?
I believe so, because we only need bottles and some kind of retrieval projectile, which we have Zorafin, so I believe that's valid.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah,
Fox was
it's in
right that
Logic.
Hokipona opens Elder Goron, which would be really funny. Zora opens it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that checks. We're gonna get our bombers turn in. I think we've seen this already, actually, or have we?
I can't
Yeah.
remember. Okay.
Okay.
Section just now getting to Observatory.
Unfortunately, we do not have a repeat of one. No, Jim is in the wrong place. Jim, you need to be all the way on the right.
Jim got his rights and lefts mixed up a little bit.
Oh, he's just a kid.
Ooh, what we still can do is we can still check lemons before cycle resetting.
Yeah, so given that you have Keg and Goron, do you like push Ranch to next cycle?
I think the other section is doing that because normally the other section I believe is a ranch rusher, so...
Yeah, I think section normally does rush ranch, but I think section went straight to night 3 and avoided lemons
Well,
and all of ranch. Unless I missaw.
Doing anything because they don't have Goron, right?
Yes,
Like-
in section's case you're still missing Goron, yes.
So in Section's case, I would say there's no explanation as to why they skipped Ranch.
Well, to be fair, they're gonna get they should get Goron tonight anyway because they're coming up on final hours. So
Yeah, they're gonna get
Still
Gale.
missing Bow and Ranch Moth. Oh, I love
Oh.
watching section run. This is great.
the other section has been to Pillar Grotto. We are gonna get our ranch hints though. The Gossip Stones are dead.
Okay. Yeah, speaking of ranch, here's Cola. Going in. And we'll check lemons. Makes sense.
Is Gossips also a sometimes?
I actually don't remember with that one. I'll go double
I
check.
should have this list in front of me, but I also kind of
It's
scrambled to get
always-
over here. It isn't always. Snowhead Temple is Woth.
Okay.
Okay.
Postman hat on the Goron Village Scrub. Could've
Interesting.
misread.
It was, yes.
I kind of wonder now if maybe Section was just trying to get right into...
Stockpot in his way of the hero. That is very likely Goron Mask.
Yeah. Well, we also
Yeah.
got captains there with the room res.
Yeah, I mean, Goron definitely fulfills that Woth, but
Yeah.
yeah, Captain's Hat's just a live item right now.
Couples.
Wouldn't be
on
surprised if it
stage.
leads to a song. But that song doesn't have to lead anything.
Room key in the lens cave for Waff stockpotting. If
Ooh,
there
we got
is anything
GFM,
else in there,
okay.
we're gonna find it. Yeah, that's our one milk, right? Because it's just the one shuffled from the milk bar.
Oh, come on. It was in the north. It was well refrigerated and everything.
It was Goron pasteurized.
Did it get
Alright.
sold? We have so many
Nah.
bottles.
Nasho discovering that they have full lullaby. And it
Song
once again
healing.
gives us Song of Healing.
Okay.
Lemon's time.
Denny's gonna save. Yeah, I don't know.
All right. The other section now has Bow and is now within the time range for turning in the title deed for a Goron Mask.
Yeah, and they have that mountain title deed equipped already, so they're definitely gonna do that.
Don't mind me, just tapping my foot.
Doing the same thing.
Except this last lemon decided to be all the way in the corner.
Just makes the song longer.
Thank you to whoever's idea it was to put a map to put the chickens on the map.
Fox, I will say, I wouldn't be surprised if that hint actually doesn't help Cole at all. Because if you're big on room reservation skip and you do get it going on Toilet Hand, I feel like you'd be pretty confident at that point.
That's another wallet in the room key room.
That's staff room wallet. Okay.
Oh wait, was that staff room? I thought that was.
Oh wait, no, that staff room is Deku Mask. Okay. So, you think Stockpot in his way of the hero? By the way.
Wow. Okay, so we're
What?
not too
Hold-
concerned about the
Hold the
Spider-Man's
phone.
wallet.
Stop for a moment. We are literally a Pona song and hookshot from potentially being seed solved here.
We still got fire arrows and song items to watch out for.
Oh, and
but
fire.
yeah.
Well, we already have Caps, Hat, and Keg, so the only one we're potentially missing is Mirror Shield. And that's
I'm
still
not
a
saying the
maybe.
J word until I see Go Mode today, not after yesterday.
Fair enough. Okay, so both wallets are now known, but I don't know if we know what the All Knights mask well, we're about to find out. It is a purple rupee.
Alright, so that second wallet definitely not required. Not required at least.
Alright, no need to do Swamp Spider then.
Oh yeah, section did not save Granny.
Oh, is this the big bomb bag?
Wait. Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Oh, that's right, because Jet accelerated to Night 3, so that's the big bomb bag purchase instead. My apologies.
Yeah, so we're waiting for one of these other runners to get to All Knight's Massive Purchase. Before we know for sure.
I'm Irish guy, and then at least these settings, they're always all dungeons. You need 4 remains to beat Majora.
Yeah,
But fake out Jet would still be really funny.
well, here's the other thing, though. We have access to Snowhead Temple already, because we have full Lullaby, we've got Goron Mask.
Got magic.
Yes.
Everything we would need.
The only thing we can't do is beat Go, pretty much.
Yeah.
And logically do the Stray Fairy Freezer Corridor.
There absolutely is a world where fire arrows are just like French vanilla, though.
There is, absolutely.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, we haven't gone our ranch wath either, have we?
No, I don't believe we have. Which is
So
interesting.
maybe the song.
This is the cows were shuffled in Moonfall, right? Cows aren't on. Yeah, okay.
I can't
At the
speak
very
to
least, the
Moonfall.
cows are not on in this.
No cows.
So then,
Yeah,
so
if
then, yeah,
here's the other thing. If Epona is Wath, then that leads to another item. Then, unless we need Mirror Shield, like, literally, with our Watts, we have, like, almost seed solved here. It's actually kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did anyone gambit doggy race?
And this chat is what we call improvising.
Yeah, but the bombs were on. Did section not see Velcro Tingle bombs?
Apparently not. Well, if they didn't see it, they're gonna find out soon after.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I guess
I love
this
it.
is fine. I mean, they have light arrows.
Ooh,
So they can...
Nasho also choosing to improvise here.
Oh,
Ooh, not quite as successfully.
I
And I
hate all
believe-
the stump strats.
And remind me again, this yielded a couple's mask, right?
Yes, it did. And I don't think we've seen that check yet.
Ola picking up their keg.
Oh. I guess you get quite a few tries here before it's actually slower than going and getting a bean in water.
Imagine Storm's Romani.
I don't question what Section does. Nobody should.
Stores.
Section knows what they're doing.
Okay.
Case in
Sometime.
point, there's another
Maybe.
bomb bag on Great Bay Tingle.
Oh, that's the same one, right?
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
Road to
That's right, that
Great
checks.
that's the Great Bay map purchase, which you... Yeah.
Never punished.
Bay. Yeah, it's funny. He gets into Great Bay and immediately finds a bomb bag.
Because, and of all things, because they skipped ranch.
Yeah, why not? Whatever.
The most non-section thing to ever hear. Skipped ranch cycle 1 in
Yep.
favor of anything else for some reason. But they are collecting a good few of the items that they need. So it is just interesting though what this ranch walt's going to be, because if it's not just doggy race, then I am curious to see what our item song layouts will be.
If it is
I
Doggy Race, I shudder to imagine who's going to YOLO it.
I think we all know exactly who's going to YOLO it.
Appropriate
Yeah.
final hours music commence. Oh wait, we don't have Green Cola's audio up.
That's pretty wild.
It's one winged angel for the record.
That is quite appropriate. Incredibly menacing. Baseball, you never need to apologize for the anticipation of lemons. Lemons, good lord. Suzato riding the boat, looks like.
Wait,
maybe
Skull Kid.
Uh,
Either Konas or Storms.
oh, hold on. Oh yeah, on the Skull Kid. Okay, so if the Skull Kid has storms, then we need Mirror Shield. If this is Epona, then your rest of the world access is locked behind a cycle reset. Thanks, game.
Storms. I bet this is Storms that ends then Romani's game.
Storms.
It's vanilla Epona.
Oh wow, they even got the chorus in there? That's impressive.
I'm just listening to the Lemons music while watching
Oh, sorry.
Session Shoot the Skull Kid.
Alright, and it is Song of Storms.
Hooray!
Guess what, folks? We need literally everything.
Well, we need Mirror. We already have everything else song-wise.
So at this point, we just need Fire, Hook, and Mirror, and that's it, right? And Epona's, obviously.
Yeah.
If it's not just chilling on Romani, of course.
Yeah, I think, Shell, you were right about Vanilla Epona.
There's
Right,
one for Cola finally.
Alright, so I think everybody, as far as items are concerned, is pretty much all caught up.
Speaking of, has Nasho checked the ranch song?
Nasho has not yet checked the ranch song, and
Okay.
Nasho is also missing Deku Mask.
Yeah,
We will
and
see Nasho check that probably in a second.
we're waiting. Or,
Oh
no,
yeah, I mean obviously.
Zato
yeah.
is missing Deku and Ron, and we'll be seeing them go to Inn probably as soon as it hits night.
Right. Yeah, so now we're getting Robotni's game. Yeah, I mean, if you do get Vanilla Epona here, what exactly do you push? You could get owl statues and reasonably try to put off the Snowhead dip as much as possible to see if fire arrows are your unhinted item. Or one of them, I suppose.
That's a
Well,
great
so
question. Because,
where
yeah, the
are Woths again?
our ranches are stockpot in, which, yep, totally
Wasn't
Woth.
multi-filled.
Yeah.
Snowhead Temple
yeah.
and Ranch, which we're about to find out if Ranch is just, well, it has to be a song. If it's Oath, however, then it's not the song, it is Dog Race.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that checks. Which means it's going to lead to something else in the west or east.
Yeah.
Oh, does it? I thought Epona's could just fill it by itself. I didn't realize that.
No, that only applies to Song Sanity.
Oh, okay.
But hey,
so...
what do you know? Another Woth pointing straight to Epona's song. What a shock.
Yeah, it's almost like it locks half the game.
I
Maybe not
guess
quite that much, but...
Nasho is choosing the Snowhead dip here.
Yeah,
Which I think that makes sense. Like, West and East, like, yes, it's guaranteed to have a required item, unless it's on Horse Race. But there's so much to search on that.
Yeah. The other gamble is that if fire arrows are just French vanilla, then you toss the place and then you push your... What was that? Was that a Moon's Tear?
Moon's Tear, yeah.
Scary.
All right. Well, that's lens locked.
And Hook locked.
Yeah,
We
I
found
think
the-
that in these runner shoes, I personally would be pushing West or East, just because I figure looking for those items would be better, especially if you find Fire or Hook. to help speed
Yeah.
up Snowhead Wath, but at the same time, the Snowhead Wath could lead you into one of those other ones. Like, there could be a PFI fire, and you need the hook from Snowhead, which would be a hard double dip. You never
I
know.
might do West push, like, up to the cape. Up to the hall, rather. Like, clear hall other than stage lights, which you can't do.
Right. So we did get a Giant's Mask on Path to Snowhead Grotto, so that is our twin mold logic, seeing as we're still once again missing a big man.
Yeah, it's too bad. Hope he turns up.
Would it be great wouldn't it be great if fire arrows are on Cremia?
Oh god, are we still missing an Always?
We are missing an Always.
Is FD Anywhere on? No, I don't think FD Anywhere is going to be on for...
It is not.
Probably ever. Which makes me sad. I love Big Man.
Chat brings up a great point as well, that it is also regional small keys. While that doesn't really make the biggest difference for Snowhead or Woodfall for that matter, for Great Bay it kind of does. And for Stone Tower it could make a big difference later too, but Stone Tower at least you have 4 keys to work with.
And before Wart is like fire arrows.
Sploosh.
Bucky, I like your idea though. I think a Graveyard Rush would make a lot of sense too. I mean, to be fair, like, rushing east, rushing west, rushing Snowhead Temple, like, I think they're all, like, reasonable good plays. Because it's like, you don't really know where that one unhinted item's gonna land out.
Yeah, all of that stuff is progression. We do need all songs at this point, so you're gonna have to go Graveyard.
Here's another kind of nice thing. If the Wath is on Goat, then that's also locked behind fire arrows anyway, so you do get that extra knowledge that, oh, wait a minute, I need that one extra item, what is that, a red rupee, and...
Yeah, if it's on Goat, then this is like a baby of baby seeds.
I have no idea what that is.
In hell. Mirror could actually be in a pretty bad spot depending on where Fire and Hook show up.
Oh, hang on a second. Where did Great Fairy Mask pop up?
Lens Cave, I believe?
Cave.
Okay, and it gave us Keaton Mask.
Okay.
Yeah. Keaton off in these settings?
Well, it's in a Wath location, so it could matter.
Keaton?
I don't know.
So it's
Can
not
it be
off
long?
in these...
Oh, no, it's not.
It
It's
is
not John.
Okay.
Double defense?
Double D.
It's not Way of the
that's
Hero.
my brain killing me too. I keep thinking Keaton's off.
I understand entirely. It may not. Double defense may not be Way of the Hero, but it's definitely helping the hero. Akola also discovering that he has full lullaby.
Oh man, Susanoo made it north without Goron.
That's tough. Skipping out on Goron this long.
Oh no. Yeah, and getting those title deeds is going to take a hot minute too. Actually, come to think of it,
on the forefront of their mind.
Oh, what was that on the ledge?
Key.
On Susanoo's.
Snowhead key.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was about to say, what could possibly be that glowy on?
Wait, Hook? Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, was that in Snowhead Temple? Well, yep, you definitely made the right call to go to Snowhead first then.
Yeah, that could easily lock fires.
Oh, if Hook locks fires?
Yeah, I mean, that's why I think the Snowhead push made sense, because it's like, if you get your required item there before it's locked, then you can either complete the temple or, you know, have a better west-east push to get the other Wath.
So that puts the Goron Elder Song is in place, so Fire could technically be behind that, because now we have all the tools we need for Icona.
That's the opponent Wath, is to logically go get Spring Waters.
If that actually is the Wath.
I'd rather do a lensless climb for a Spring Water.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think if fires are on Doggy Race, or mirrors on Doggy Race at this point, then that's just funny. But
that would be probably the funniest place for it.
That would definitely be the funniest place at this point. But
now
I think for sure I would wager the fires are just locked behind Epona.
Now, picture this. Imagine fires on Postman's Hat turn in. We're about to find out if that's the case with Cola. Let's see if that wallet wath from the room key is even more wath. If it is, if that is also a wath. Cola?
Well, the wallet
Maybe not.
wouldn't be wath because the wallet in Swamp Spider House is technically available.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I guess we're not checking Postman's Hat yet.
Speaking of that, what are the chances Bank 3 rears its ugly head today?
Not low. given what we know.
Annoying.
Because, in all honesty,
thank God.
In all honesty, I mean, we're looking at a Mirror Shield casino, so
yeah. I just
like,
I don't know. I don't think it could be that bad though, because at least we have Oath Hint today.
That's true. If it is Mirror Shield for Oath, of course.
Right.
And we know stuff for either. We know either Fires or Mirror has to be locked behind opponent at this point.
Yes.
Maybe both, but.
Say also with Oath Hint, even if the Oath isn't on Egos, that just like limits how many checks that Mirror could be locked behind.
Yeah.
Depends on where. Oh yeah, well, that's a good point. Ugh. Oath Hint better help us.
There's fires.
If we need it.
Wait, there's fires in Dingo
Oh,
Palace.
what the heck?
That's not even hinted, game.
Okay, never mind. It's just
wait.
Mirror Shield somewhere. Epona locked, probably. Or Doggy raised.
That's basically Cetus Freus, I think, at this point.
Branch
well,
Wath
it's a limited mirror casino. So
yeah,
somewhere locked by a
pretty much just turned this into a baby. The baby of babies that we were expecting.
Oh, section, can you make it?
Oh yeah, it's doable. As long as the platform is at its lowest height, yeah, you can make it.
It's our first east push from Nacho as well. Coming in.
I think Seedbot's trying to apologize.
And there's Elegy and
shot, so Nacho will be able to go all the way up to Icona.
I believe that was the Day 1 Ocean Spider House chest, and that is dead.
I saw that as well. It looked like that was it.
We could get Mirror and Graveyard. That's opponent locked already.
True.
Should we have a bet for Mirror?
That is a good idea.
48-minute in bet.
48-minute bet for Mirror Shield.
Already in like relative no mode because we at least know what Mirror's locked behind.
I know what I'm gonna bet.
Now the question becomes: when will the runners get all the stuff to catch this and know that the remaining progression has to be in the east-west area?
Shell. That's a good one, actually. No, we can't start mean checks.
Oh, it could just be chilling on Gorman Race. Yeah, that'd be a pretty funny spot.
Did we get our last always from that?
We did. Ocean Spider House Day 1.
Dang. Okay. So I can't bet beavers.
What's Cola up to? Are they having streaming issues?
Maybe some technical difficulties, yeah.
At vanilla. That's mean. Oh no,
yeah,
Cola.
we could have vanilla. Wouldn't even be that bad with lights and fires.
No, it wouldn't, but that's definitely the place. That is probably one of the last places that will be checked with these hints as well.
I don't know. Gibdo is our Icona access, and we got the wallet and tools really early.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely like a plausible play. I just can imagine a lot of runners skipping out on well in favor of like dungeon pushes and region pushes.
Yeah, there's a lot of denser stuff. You could do all of PF. You could clear your other dungeons.
Right.
Oh,
And then
apparently,
if it is the elf, then they will check that first and see if that helps.
apparently the day one grave chest had the chateau purchase.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
Ooh, Nash
Take
showed.
those.
Rejected at the rim.
You did not get that razor sword on the straw roof first thing, so...
I thought that was going to be a hit.
Yeah, he's working with a Kokiri sword for that.
You know, I like the Wind Waker light arrows better. They just one-shot kill everything.
Pola did turn in their swamp title deed to grab that snowhead key.
Alright, it is Sonata on the graveyard.
Okay, that's a completable dungeon.
Well, too bad it's the song for a foolish dungeon.
Oh, so
Right.
true. Yeah. There's opponents for Susato.
Yeah, now I'm curious if Section's gonna... Well, I mean, I'm assuming Section will pick up Elder Goron's song here, right? Oh, wait.
I would say,
Yeah.
yeah, with
But
fires
reason
in
not
tow, yeah,
to.
that's easy.
I just can't remember the order that you have to do with the baby.
Oh, right, you have to, well, since you have full lullaby, you have to talk to the baby without pulling out the instrument, and then go see the elder.
This Eponawath can be bait, right?
I mean, for regional small keys, yes.
That's a good
But that
point.
would be a really dumb Wath bait. That might actually need looking at, if you ask me.
If that's really possible, then that's a little silly.
Oh,
And
Seahorses is dead.
Because, like,
And
yeah,
it's
obviously you need Eponas to go west and east to
Oh, wait.
get small keys.
Yeah, we knew that already. Never mind.
like a region can't be Wath for its keys, right?
A region can be Wath for a
can.
small key. If it's like Great Bay
Oh.
Coast for the temple small key, for example, that is possible in theory.
So I guess thinking of it that way, yeah, it stands to reason that it could be a key. STT. Yeah, I guess it could. If
Yeah, 'cause-
there's an STT key somewhere just sitting in the
Whoops.
like upright, I guess yeah, it could literally just be anywhere and that would fulfill it. If that's the case, that's really silly.
Okay, so Section just got their baby Goron song. Will they be able to get the Elder Goron song?
Yeah. Well,
Correction.
Section
Correction.
talked to the baby without pulling out the drums first, so that should be a yes.
Okay.
I think if that ends up being the case, Fox, I'm curious if you think about, or if I would be thinking about this
So-
right, where like maybe Epona start would help fix that, so you don't have Epona song Wath.
So here's some spice. We just got All Night's Mask in the Shrine Grotto. So back to stockpot in for more Wath checks, perhaps
God,
later.
So
I'm
far
not
the
sure picking up a
wallet
blue potion, by the way.
hasn't done anything, right? I mean, technically the wallet locked LTK, which was an option for
Right.
Toilet Hand, but
No, that doesn't count. No, then LTK would have to be the only logical paper.
right.
Yeah, not sure
right.
picking up that blue potion. NA is going into well. So I was
Yeah.
very wrong. Someone is going to well very early.
Well, here's the story. You're basically in a limited casino where it literally just comes down to what is the right check and where is it?
Yeah.
And do you find it first? So, well is not the most dense play in the world, but it is also a check that very likely other runners won't do. So this is sort of the casino mentality where you either prioritize density or you try and go for the harder one-offs and hoping that it's the one. Because if it is, Nasho's got a really good, in a really good position.
I was gonna say also Nasha's doing this because Nasha doesn't have the fires yet. Hasn't been to
Oh,
Becky's
yeah.
Palace.
Well, they're going to be there eventually. What was that? Well,
Right,
it couldn't have
but
been
they're
anything good on
pushing
Keg
well to
Trial.
get this spring water to do Elder Goron.
There's that too, yeah.
That actually makes sense.
Oop, okay. Fried fish, anybody?
Yeah, there it is. Just grabbing the hot spring water and burning. If they go to
cool slower.
More bombs in Hot Spring Water Grotto.
They go to Deku Palace right after this. I want to know how upset they'd be.
Ooh, getting 2 Hot Spring Waters. Pretty heads up. Got enough bottles. Might as well use them.
Yeah, here's Section getting Elder Goron. Cola's already ripped, not getting... Yeah, Cola's gonna suck wind on that check for sure. And it's Oath.
In that case, we are just looking for New Wave and Oath.
So New Wave's gonna be... And Egos. Which at least means no Wart.
Wait, is New Wave going to be on? We're missing a song location somewhere, aren't we?
Wasn't that Oath on Elder Goron?
Oh, right. Oath is on. Never mind. It is. You're right. It is New Wave on. Yep. No Oath hint. Well,
Yeah,
have fun full clearing literally the whole east and west looking for Mirror Shield.
And everything else, because as Vox points out, it could just be opponent waft for keys.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, there's
if
that
really
too.
is the case, then yeah, it literally could be anywhere. But to be fair, runners have cleared like a ton of north and south.
Yeah, it's true. Mask of Truth!
Oh, no
man.
way.
Imagine.
Yeah, no.
Okay, maybe there was a funnier spot for Mirror than Gorman Race. And it's Dog Race. That would be so bad.
I will say though, I wouldn't be surprised if that's not a priority check for any runner. If they are aware of the keys just fulfilling the wath with Epona. Which is
Even
just...
if they're not. Epona is only wath if Ranch doesn't have another wath. So
Right.
even if you think that it has to, like, that a wath Epona would have to mean Mirror is Epona locked.
It could also be the Lulu.
Necessarily, like,
Good
your
point.
Ranch wath could actually just be Dog Race.
Yeah.
Nice booty kill.
Yeah, it
Yeah, that's
could
a really
be.
good point, Sean.
I mean, given also that it could be anywhere in the east-west, if assuming Epona is the Wath, it could be Lulu Photo, it could be the Mountain Title Deed turn-in, which I think I saw somebody go back for the Mountain Title Deed for that reason.
I mean, regrabbing Mountain Title Deed isn't a bad idea, just to turn it in.
Yeah, Fox, I definitely would be curious, because that feels like an entirely burnt wath. Not even just like a burnt wath, because it's like, oh yeah, it's Termina Field Wath, like, of course there's something there. Like, that's burnt in the sense that, like, you get no info out of that. Because you know you need a key. And you know that you need Epona's logically. Like, what?
Especially if Waths can point, like, directly to the keys, then it just feels like you're gonna end up with, like, Iconic Canyon Wath more...
Right.
Well walk more, and then it ends up just being a key.
Yeah, I wonder. Because that's a good point. I wouldn't have thought of that. That is true, or makes sense at least.
All right, so Nasho's also going to talk to the baby and get the Elder Trigger here.
Nasho hating seeing that Moon's Tear, or that's Susato hating seeing that Moon's Tear on the killer. Can't blame them.
Oh,
Yep.
if it's lens for that Moon's Tear, and you have to go back, it could happen. If the logic says it could happen, it can happen.
Yeah, I mean, apart from the fact of the keys, if we are dealing just with this Eponus Wath, then yeah, if you find lens somewhere like PF, you just kind of gotta be willing to check that at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you want to orphan it. I guess
Right.
it makes sense either way. There's so much
Nasho's
to do.
Nasho's gonna get a very nice bomb refill here.
Great Fairy Mask was in the Lens Cave. I would not expect Section to have skipped that.
Did Section? Section must have. Section was in Lens Cave.
Maybe they forgot they had it. So,
Ooh, Susato being a little heads up there, grabbing a gold rupee out of Zoe Grotto.
He did forget it. Alright, happy 1 hour. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah, thank you to everybody for coming along for the second Chaotical Weekly. This is the last weekly for the like S6 preset testing weeklies. So after this, we'll be done till S6 quals, I believe, with MMR. But thank you all for coming by. Thanks. We've got KT Bean tracking. We've got Gigi. We've got Alley Oops and Bucky. And Baseball is restreaming. Thank you so much. And then thank you to Shell and Captain for joining me here. And to the runners for letting us on.
Yeah, it has been quite an interesting show. I mean, an hour in and we're already in a Mirror Shield casino.
Yeah, this seed has gone really fast so far.
Yeah.
We'll see.
This seed went from like 0 to 100 quick. Actually, it went from 50 to 100. Let's be real. It was already going pretty fast. Could Epona be Wath for Grave? I don't think a song to a song can be a Wath. No, I think it has to be to an item.
It'd be insane if it could, though. Kind of in the same way the keys, where it's like, yeah.
Yeah. Again, the exception would be Song Sanity.
Maybe maybe it could be song to item. So it could be like Epona for, say, Sonata in Graveyard. Woodfall has Mirror Shield. Not in this seed, obviously, but like maybe that progression could work.
If you iron out everything else, then yes, that is a possibility. The end of the chain has to be an item is the main point.
I thought it had to lead directly to the item.
It may be that it has to be direct, but the point being is that the song...
I don't fully understand it either way.
The point being is that the song cannot be the end.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so I see that Nasho is, I believe this is an uninvert, actually. Probably just to stop the hot spring water from cooling too fast. Because I think that's tied to time of day. Speed.
Has he not used that yet?
I believe it has been used. But Nasho just inverted right after picking up the water just to be safe.
Yeah.
Something that'll give the other section here a little boost. This section's actually going to be full clearing Snowhead. Whereas the other runners that have gone there have dipped because, no fire.
No fire, not really the best key setup.
Although since then, Susato has gotten the fire arrows.
Yeah, having a couple runners here who dipped Snowhead without fires is kind of unlucky for them. You could easily have gotten fires before going north.
Right. Yeah, I think definitely in Nasho's position, their play made sense because I don't believe they had Deku. And that's not to say that Cola having gone Snowhead when they didn't make sense either. But yeah, certainly would have routed really well with going Palace first. Not even in that you didn't really lose any time by going Palace Woodfall first.
I'm surprised Nasho doesn't have Deku because it was in staff room.
Yeah.
It was... Oh, that's bad. That's a very easy thing to miss out on by accident.
Also, yeah, correction, Fox is right. Nasho doesn't have it at all. Not just didn't have it at the time, doesn't.
Oh, Nasho just hasn't been to night 3 yet. Okay, that checks. Why did Nasho reset so early then?
No clue.
Probably
Maybe
to
keg?
Oh,
ranch.
maybe it's, yeah, maybe to turn in the keg, go for the ranch wath. Sensible.
Alright, could this be our mirror on dog raids?
This would be pretty
And
incredible.
if it is Susato, like, winning?
I think
Well,
that certainly feels like it would be the case.
Well, Susato would just need to go grab Hookshot, and then, yeah, that seed solved.
Yeah, but
Which is a
Susato
lot.
definitely knows that Snowhead Walt's unfulfilled, so Susato
Oh, yeah.
probably knows that they're in go mode at that point.
Where we have the All Night Smash turn-ins. Oh, hey, great spin. Actually, this gives Nasho an excuse to be in night 3 to go check staff room, so this is going to work out pretty well, actually.
Alright, moment of truth. Nah,
No.
would have been too cool.
That's nowhere near as funny.
Really funny.
Honestly, I think it's probably just somewhere like super easy in like sewers or Pirate's Fortress Interior at this point. It's probably not nearly as complex as we're envisioning.
No, I think you are right about that. Just because whether it's a casino or the Eponawath, like pointing directly to mirror, which at this point we're assuming it's not pointing directly to mirror. It's probably just somewhere easy anyways because of just density. Doesn't have to be,
Nacho had a
but,
good
yeah.
opportunity to go
Whoops.
to the Gorman race.
You think it's more likely that it is pointing to mirror? I was only saying that it wasn't because of the stuff like keys. Like it just might be pointing to a Stone Tower Temple key. Yeah,
At this
okay.
point, I feel like the majority of our checks are opponent locked anyway.
Right.
So
That's kind of the
From
point that I
that
was making, whether it's
perspective-
casino or point. It's like what you're doing anyways, but yeah.
yeah.
Nope, not that way. Oh, but Nasho says, who cares? Oh, never mind. Out and around.
Oh, interesting.
What is this maze?
Okay.
Would you rather do
Oh no,
Lemons
it's blocked from these
without-
corners. Okay, never mind.
lemons
Would it
without
only-
the map or treasure chest game without the map?
Oh, that maze was being rude.
Yeah. I'd rather do lemons without the map anytime. I'd rather do lemons without the map than treasure chest game with the map.
All right, we're gonna see our springtime checks here. Again,
Little
we
late
needed
game.
that. We needed that key before we cleared the dungeon.
Well, not really. I'm gonna get a Keaton, springtime Keaton.
Could check. Well, actually, Sections has yet to pick up the in wallet.
What
so
is
cannot-
Sections missing at this point? I'm surprised Sections checking things. Here in springtime.
Good question.
Sections should just be
Who's
missing
mirror.
mirror, right?
I guess they're not figuring that it has to be opponent locked.
It's either that or maybe made like a similar like thought error to what I did with the Eponas. But also, I usually just assume Section like knows everything about this game.
There is also a pending sometimes hint not checked yet. So, oh, there it is. Bank 2.
Yeah. I was more just curious because I figure if Section did realize the logic to it would not be going for it. Oh, it's
Appropriate.
maybe just going for that key. Okay, that makes... Well...
Appropriate
Even then,
argument
I
music commence.
I guess my thought is like, is this definitely a situation of like mirror is locked by Epona's? Because then at that point, all the checks that sections doing from their point of view should be dead. That's why I'm curious if that's actually the case or not.
Nice bomber's notebook.
Yeah, on couples check.
Because I figure section would realize that.
And you know what's funny is it even played Pizza Time while.
There's another key.
Again. Okay, that snowhead key on the ledge was the only one you were getting this seed.
Wow.
Thanks, game. Thanks a bunch.
You're referring to Snowhead Temple keys? Do they need those?
Technically, no. It just makes your life easier.
Right. I guess I more meant like from section's POV. Does section even need to search for Snowhead keys? Because
Nah.
don't they only need? I'm just confused, but it's not that big of a deal. I just asked them in the interview.
Sir, I was about to say, very good question for the interview for sure.
Yeah, because I assume section knows something that I don't. But I'm also like,
There's no reason to hunt
Yeah.
Snowhead keys when you finish Snowhead. He's just hunting
Right.
here.
At this point, I don't think there's any reason to be anywhere besides west or east.
that's kind of what I was hinting at, where I was like, is
Yeah,
the reason that
but
I'm not thinking of.
if section is thinking that Epona's is just wath for a key, for an SCT
Right.
key.
Yeah, I mean, I still think Pirate's Fortress is a really good idea, but also Iconia's not a bad option either, because you've got Shrine, you've got Pamela, you've got Castle Pillar, you've got oh hey, big man.
Hey, nice.
Oh, that was it. Oh, technically that was in Logic before Remains. Well, actually, in National's case, it is before Remains. So yeah, FD before Remains. You love to see it.
Right.
Yeah, I would go east to Stone Tower Temple.
Oh, that's where the chateau was. It was on Deku Playground.
Yeah, Stone Tower
Yeah.
Temple is pretty loaded in this. I agree with you, Shell.
Ooh, that is a good. That is a great option. Yeah, especially since GBT is locked out.
And it's progression, like, might as
Yep.
well. You do Popa and Pamela first.
Yeah. I think as much as PF could be likely to hold something like Mirror right now, I think, yeah, going east does make a ton of sense. Because of the progression tie. Could make it a little faster. Well, almost certainly will, but yeah.
Oh, there was a bottle and
Yeah.
the chateau milk. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, game. Have it your way. Only at Burger King.
They're not BK.
This isn't multi-world or archipelago.
Bomb jump to the Woodfall statue? Didn't quite work out.
This is a new one for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Ooh, Susato is playing the danger game here. Less than 4 hearts on an
Yeah.
iron knuckle. Which, yeah, we're a little bit heart. Well, actually, Cola's got a few spares, but yeah, we're a little on the heart-starved side this time around.
Yeah, it just
Yeah,
sucks more
that-
for Susato without the double D.
Yeah, that is free in Snowhead, and when they get there, they'll clear.
Wow, that is a disappointing payout for a Lulu photo.
What was it?
$5.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't expect any more out of that pervert.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
no, it was
what's
the
the
bad
bad
photo.
one?
Okay. Nope. There we go.
I'm still holding to what you said, Shell. Good photo will be a Greg or something. Well, actually, no Greg's, but...
Undo. Control Z. Take 2. Once more with feeling.
Oh
Snippo.
my god.
Alright, that's even more fitting in
Well-
a disgusting way.
Oh man. Imagine if Nacho went out and sniffed Lulu.
Beg your pardon.
Look, I'm just saying it's something he could do.
Oh, yes. I mean, if we end up getting Mirror Shield super early in a cycle and we have to wait for a bit. Because that was definitely the case yesterday.
I mean, yeah, whenever we get Mirror, we can go to night 3. Actually, I don't think we'll have to wait, right? Because whenever we get Mirror, we'll still have to do GBT. So
Right.
Egos plus GBT should be enough.
Nasha having another Songs Are Hard moment.
Unless this seed goes to absolute crap, we should not have to wait at all.
Yeah, if we have
yes.
some horrible little chain, then...
Yeah.
We'll see.
If this somehow becomes like a midnight meeting last location or something like that, that's locked by other things that force you to wait.
Now see, we got a much more appropriate payment for royalties as the form of a silver.
Unmasking your possessions. Yeah, see, that guy basically just has like pervert 101 inventory. He's got $5 and a sniffer. It's just a self-report at that point.
Are those Deku nuts up there? Because at first it didn't look like it.
No, Deku nuts aren't in the mix. I don't know what that is.
Can't be anything important, obviously.
Maybe it's a bomb bag? Oh, bomb chew?
Oh yeah, chews tend to be on the orange side, yeah.
I will say, I actually really don't mind Susato going into Woodfall Temple here. I don't know if anybody else had the chance to do this, but I think doing it now, it's just like, get out of the way, save the extra sword. It's like a tiny thing. It's obviously like a more chill weekly, but it's still like, I find it fun to think about.
It gives you time to plan your route as well and just think where you want to go next, because you're now, if you're Susato, you're in the same casino scenario where you will also, Susato's missing hookshot, but I think Susato's still missing hookshot.
Oh yeah, they haven't been snow. Alright, yeah, maybe maybe it's not quite as good of a play as I thought, because definitely going Snowhead to get the hook would be a little faster. But
I wonder if Susato just wants to have 2 dungeons under their under their belts and just get that out of the way now. So I think that's probably what's happening.
I don't understand why they wouldn't go to Waff Snowhead over Foolish Woodfall here.
Yeah, I think specifically because of the items left over, I think actually it makes way more sense to go to Snowhead. I thought they already had. I forgot that they were the only one that hadn't, because they had gotten the fire arrows first, because they're going to full clear like section did.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Susato, why are you even staring at the Stray Fairy checks? This is foolish.
Right, this seed never presented you a good way of full clearing your first 2 dungeons. You had to soar away from Woodfall in order to make it as fast as possible. Oh well. No! No!
Curse you, dragonflies!
I mentioned recomp earlier. Speaking of recomp, this game is wonderful when those guys don't lag the crap out of your game.
I'll take your word for it.
It was the most amazing experience of my life going through Swamp, and I could actually, like, play. It was great.
Alright, so Nasho, you do realize this is final day, right? Oh.
I think they already turned in.
That's my bad. I totally missed that. Oh, never. Oh no, Nasho. I think that was Smithy 1. Nasho turned in.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is like, Nasho, you realize this is final day, not day 2, right? It was a solid idea. To be fair, you know, Smithy 2 is in play. And right now, people are going off the premise that Mirror Shield could just be literally anywhere at this point.
Wait, did Nasha get Lens? Oh no, Nasha's just going for it. I'm curious as to why they're just going for this when they still haven't been to Deku Palace.
That's an interesting check.
Like, I guess it's not that much of a
Pretty
waste
isolated.
of time, but it's like... Oh, yeah, no Deku. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Oh,
Still
right.
Ugh. Yeah, because they haven't been Night of Final Day, right? Up until...
Woodfall small key on Aldawa boss. What is with all these keys after all their bosses?
Section going well. Yeah, see, this makes sense. Section pushing east when they did, it makes the most sense for Section to be pushing east checks.
That was a big day 3 South Blocktown chest. I don't think we've seen that.
I don't know if we have either.
Yeah, Clocktown Central Pillar.
Well.
Oh yeah, Clocktown Central Pillar would have been really late because that only just got put into play by that Moon's Tier or by the late hook from Snowhead Temple.
Yeah, there shouldn't be anything though, right?
I don't think so. Yeah.
No, red potion.
It was the red potion bottle, which again, it's nice, but it's not what we're looking for.
Could be anything. I mean, could have been anything, right? Here's our mirror shield chest. Is it vanilla?
It looks to be too small.
Nasha was able to get this. No, I definitely Nasha wasn't able to get this. That was a small.
I swear, if that Stone Tower Temple key is the way of the hero.
I wish I was not as confused as I was. I would love to give everybody the answers to what's what, but I'm so confused. Okay, Section just getting out of the Woodfall Temple out of the way.
And Nasha finally gonna get Deku.
I saw that too.
Susanoo ramping off the...
I think Nasho did the same thing, to be fair.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before. That was really funny. And thank God Nasho getting Deku now.
Look at him spin.
Don't get me wrong. I know Sonic Adventure is a really good game, but even still.
I guess, but no, I don't know. He's just spinning for fun at this point.
Yeah, just waiting.
Something like fun.
Yeah, well, also, they got to kill time for final hours.
Yeah, so now they'll be able to get the fire arrows and realize what they've missed out. But I think they're still clearing really, really well. Clearing well.
Yeah. And ultimately, it's going to come down to who finds Mirror Shield first now. Like, there's really nothing else to it. It's like, who makes the right check, who gets the item.
Yeah,
I think that if it's an STT...
There's some temple divergence.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think if it's an STT, it is just going to go to whoever's been more efficient with their progression clears. But if not, then yeah, I think you're absolutely right, Captain. It's just going to kind of come down to who gets what.
For example, Cola can just decide right now, I'm going to go to PF and just casually happen upon Mirror Shield, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm still pointing fingers at PFI or PF Sewers at this stage. Just because it's that obvious. What's even funnier is it's that obvious and nobody's done it because it's probably that obvious. I think obvious isn't the... I think obvious isn't the correct word. It's more like that's the most, it's the most open. But everybody's probably dreaming of a more complex solution than that.
It's always the classic density in PF. Majora's Mask doesn't really have...
pretty focused on progression so far.
Right.
Like, they haven't branched out that much. Katie Bean has a great point that Cola still doesn't have captains because they haven't done room res. So even if they find earlier,
oh jeez, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it's so funny how Yosha earlier was like, "I would hate this seed because I'd have missed captains for forever." And now somebody is. Oh, Cola.
So yeah, I mean.
I mean, it could also be an unhinted Bank 3.
Bank 3 was hinted, actually.
Oh, it was Bank 2. It was Bank 2 that was hinted.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, Bank 2 or Bank 3 can be the sometimes hints.
Oh, okay. I always just thought it was Bank 3. Maybe that's just for Chaotical, either way.
It might be for Chaotical, but yeah, Bank 2 or 3 can be hinted here.
Very cool. Whose audio do I have on? Oh, Cola's. The Phoenix Wright music just...
Yeah, it's pretty good. Nasho, I do like Nasho's Bazaar in the style of Wii Shop. Or no, Wii Shop in the style of Bazaar is the appropriate term.
Yeah,
I mean, who doesn't remember the Wii Shop channel music? I mean, that tune is iconic.
Room reservation is such a weird skip. Yeah, I get why some people like have developed like different mentalities around like early sphere skips that are like time based and stuff. I just don't get it.
Yeah, people are very like interested in killing that first cycle quick so they can get their like Sphere Zero.
The other section, you are very unlikely to finish this game. This cycle of the Deku Princess to the Moon is very unlikely to work here, but, well, I'm not going to question it too much.
I believe. To the moon.
I wouldn't say very unlikely. Like, if
actually,
they
yeah.
find Mirror Shield, then this is it.
You know, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I think at this point, I would not be surprised if he goes STT, finds Mirror, clears game, or has enough time to go PFI, pick up Mirror, and go clear game.
There's hope for Susato.
So, let me see if I'm caught up with everybody. So, Cola is just missing Captain's Hat, but now everybody has Hook. Everybody has Keg. Everybody has all 3 transformations. Everybody has... well, no. Susato and... No, just Nasho is missing Fire, and that was in Deku Palace, which it looks like they're going to get any minute now.
Right.
So, yeah, I think the only runner... I think the only runner discrepancy right now is that Cola, besides Remains, obviously, is Cola does not have captains.
Yeah, Cola's missing captains, and then Nasho is just kind of catching up. But yeah, Susato and Section will both be done with 2 dungeons soon. And then the other 2 will just have to figure out how to compensate, or for Nasho's sake, just like take the time and do it.
And yeah, the other section is just making
a tower.
Yeah, this is just a beeline play right now. Yeah, I mean,
skip Pamela. So.
Yeah, that's definitely kind of scary. But honestly, I'd have done the same thing.
I swear,
I hate that choice.
Yeah, Mirror on Pamela at this stage would be absolutely hilarious.
That's where my bet is.
Yeah, I think I guessed PFI Hookshot because, you know, given if Mirror is in Stone Tower Temple, it'd be hilarious if we ended up never ever having to go any place that's guarded by bees.
I'd be very sad if we never have to.
Hey, look, if we end up not going there, I gotta deliver the line somehow.
Exactly. It wouldn't be a Captain Restream without it.
Now, getting to ISTT is still in logic with just lights and no mirror, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So we have the whole STT to search.
Yeah, because lights effectively replace Mirror in that scenario.
Yeah.
The only thing Mirror is hard required for at this stage is Egos, if we have lights already.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. Which is why I was kind of thinking that STT was where the runners were going to go before they do anything else.
Oh,
I'm assuming that's where Susato will go after this.
Oh, Cola's doing a Gorman race.
I mean, if Mirror Shield is here, that's going to be even dumber because that was like literally the first thing he could have done once Epona was in play.
Yeah, this would be... Since Dog Race is out, this would be the most absurd spot.
I gotta hope for this, because this is my bet, so...
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the Stone Tower small key was in Mirror Shield chest, Fox.
Yes. Which Nasho did not get because no fire arrows when they went to the well to check for the, or to grab the spring water.
I still don't know which fairies are in exactly. So in STT there are 7. I'm looking at the list. So in regular STT there's these 2. the first room eye switch, and then the mirror room behind the sunblock, which I guess we'll see. This is setting up the updraft flame ring one, which is on. Nothing today. And then the other regular temple one is the fairy in the lava.
Alright, luckily Light Arrows makes this room not the worst room in the game. Oh, hold on, section. That looked important. They were about to go waltzing right by. I was like, I don't know, wait a minute. Maybe I do. Nope, biggest bomb bag. Which is nice, but it's not what we're looking for.
Not sure picking up their fires right there.
Got captains.
Oh, and Nicole got captains, yes.
Hooray.
All right, so at this point, basically everybody's caught up with each other. Because Nasho just got fire. So yeah, everybody's caught up. Now it just comes down to who finds Mirror Shield first.
Yeah, and there is also a distinct separation in like progression clearing right now.
Yes. Although, to be fair, if, let's say, Nasho or Cola finds Mirror Shield, like, in Pirate's Fortress right away, they no longer have to full clear Stone Tower Temple, and that is going to eat up a lot of time.
Absolutely.
Right, well, they do need a key.
Box, I honestly have no idea. Second Stray Fairy.
Oh yeah, we did put a command in for that now.
Yes,
that's
that
gonna do
chest
anything
is
better
off.
than I ever could have.
Yeah, there
Thank you,
are
Revan.
only 3 fairy chests on in regular STT. And it's the first room eye switch, the one that bomb bag was in, and then the one in the lava room.
Oh, unfortunately, Garo Master doesn't give us a hint. Okay, I was keeping an ear out for that, but it doesn't happen here.
Suzato doing Keg Trial? Was there something in Keg Trial?
I don't think so. I think Suzato's just checking this preemptively. Because Goron Race was also hinted dead. Because you might as well... there's no harm in... You have the keg already. You might as well blow this up now.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Save yourself the trip.
I like their white infinite magic.
Alright, so Cola's also picking up the gold dust for, I assume, a potential Smithy 2 play later. But I think that's it for uninverted.
We'll see if Nasho goes ahead and does recall here.
Oh, never mind. Other
Probably
sections. Yeah, section's just going to do the other side now, including the lava room and all that jazz. Could you imagine if Deku Princess had, like, some absurd damage property, like how Sacred Water affects, Is it Calidamos in Wind Waker? Yeah, I think in Wind Waker HD, I think Calidamos is, like, super vulnerable to Sacred Water. Or Fairy Spring Water or something like that.
I didn't know that.
I remember seeing that at a GD. I remember seeing that at a GDQ like 10 years ago.
Section, that's the wrong one.
Is it weird that I can refer to stuff about games and say I remember that from 10 years ago now?
No, not at all.
Literally, as I asked that
Probably
question,
a good
the dungeon
thing.
farts at us.
Probably a good thing that you can remember 10 years ago.
That was
I think
some
that's the maximum I can
comedic.
remember back.
That was some comedic timing on Nasho's part. I got to compliment that. Nope, this is a chest, and it's got another Stone Tower Temple small key. Alright, there's both of our small keys.
I'm feeling old now. Guys, it's okay. We're all actually really young.
us are more young than others.
This is true.
All right, well, that's it for Uninverted for section. Not an entirely fruitless trip, as it did result in the second Stone Tower Temple small key.
Yeah, that's another reason to go east, is like you're just gonna have to clear some of that for keys anyway.
Ooh, checking Stone Tower Bean Chest. This is a very good play. This could also have another spare key.
I think on top of everything, I wouldn't be surprised if other runners follow section's footsteps, which means that the progression lead section has sticks.
Yeah, I agree.
Because, like, if another runner goes somewhere else and Mirror Shield is there, that's absolutely big for them. But also in their shoes, they have no idea. Either way.
There you go,
There it
third
is.
key.
So yeah, runners definitely
Whoops!
seemingly could
Baby jump.
skip uninverted. That's pretty funny. Tripped.
Yeah, I mean, I could see going straight for inverted.
Right.
Yeah. And as Fox points out, given how easy these keys are popping up, it's not looking too good for this, for the Wath being, for opponent Wath being for keys. Because all these keys are accessible. Like, at the same point in logic.
I was only curious about that, because aren't they all logically locked by Epona?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if, like, for example, if wallet were required and Epona locked both wallets equally, like, Epona wouldn't be locked.
Gotcha,
It doesn't,
okay.
like, add them up like that.
Now I see.
Yeah, so for Wath STT key, you would have to have one lock all the others.
Hang on a second. Why was that first chest still closed? Did section not pick up that chest, or does it close back up again when you flip the temple?
Certainly does not close back up. I didn't see the
I
chest.
think so.
I guess they didn't open it.
Oh, okay. It must have been a chest
That's
fairy.
right. Yeah,
That's
because
right,
it's like
that's
a
right.
heart container or something.
Oh, hello. That's something.
That's right. This could be Mirror.
Imagine it being Cafe Mask. Nope.
It was a K mask.
I mean, yeah. Unfortunately, we can't exactly turn that in.
Not quite yet, no. And hopefully not at all, for section's sake, probably.
Although, honestly, that's not the worst spot Mirror Shield could be in. Let's be real. Yeah,
No,
it's
not
not
at
the
all.
worst spot, Mirror, because you can at least still get the dungeon under your belt on the process.
Yeah, 100% that would be a favorable spot for it. Because then you just get it the next cycle, and then you know, do Egos, set time, GBT, game over. But I was mostly just saying that because I want to see the princess go to the moon. Although, to be honest with you, I'd bet money that section will go back for the princess if they do have to cycle again. Unless it gets gross.
I mean, it's a weekly, I can understand that. This is a far more casual, well, certainly by our standards, a far more casual competitive setting.
I think even then, I'm pretty sure I've seen section do that in a race before.
A
was it?
sword. A sword. Where has that been literally the whole game?
Yeah.
It has been on the straw roof chest in South Cloud, but now it's here.
Actually, no, speaking of, I'm pretty sure section did do, I think it was Frog Choir in a race. I don't remember if it was a standard race or if it was a mystery race, but just did it. Maybe it was Zegs? Is it Zorags tournament? I don't know. I very loosely remember section doing this and still winning.
I honestly
Like, mystery for princess.
that sounds like a section thing to do.
This is
Yeah,
great.
I vaguely remember a frog choir that was not required that section did.
Yeah, I feel like I remember it being in Zorags or standard because I think it just isn't a check in those.
All right, so Nastro's going to go ahead and wrap up Snowhead Temple here. Cola is also sweeping the Icona region now. Susato is also just starting the Great Bay cleanup.
bottle shuffle. That's so bad. I love that.
What?
What Bucky was saying is that it was a mystery race, and Section was beating everybody until Section went for every scoop to find the princess, and then lost.
Wow. I didn't see that one. I mean, play stupid games, win stupid
Princess
prizes.
with eggs in that race. That's so brutal. Losing her race because you go all the way for a Sora egg, which is scoop shuffle the princess. That's so good.
It's so mean to have this chest fairy on in Snowhead.
Yep. Getting a Meow check. I don't know if we've seen this. Have we?
I think we've seen it once, question mark? Actually can't remember. I feel like it would have been an earlier check, especially since Song of Healing was super early. It was on Crybaby Goron. It was like one of the first songs we picked up. We're getting the Camaro healing check, although that's been checked as well, I believe.
Yeah, I think we have checked Camino already.
So far, healing is just giving us a lot of love.
STT not giving us much of anything.
Yeah, so far all we've gotten is progression and keys. I swear, if it is on the hookshot chest after all this time...
It could also be in the Kamara mask that we found in Inverted Satanic Temple.
Yeah, that's true. So we found a fetch quest, that's it.
Yeah. And one that Section could very easily put off. I wouldn't be surprised if they do. I wouldn't check Kamara's mask right now.
Want to reset.
It's not the furthest away from checking, just because it's just a cycle reset and then night one.
Yeah, but cycle reset will lose them. Resets.
Yeah, well, it might be. It's getting to the point where it might be unavoidable soon, depending on where Mirror winds up.
Maybe, but there's still a bunch of checks out west, at least.
And
that's fair.
And Shrine.
And Section could also...
all of TF.
Yeah, Section could invert, because that doesn't look like they're inverted right now. We are going to see... Oh no, this is Zora Hall from Susato. Nasho, meanwhile, is doing Snowhead Temple the hard way with no keys.
Yeah, we saw other runners pick up the key from the ledge in Mountain Village. Maybe Nasho.
Yeah, I think Nasho just skipped it because of the late Deku.
Grab Swamp Title Deed again. Forgot where it was even.
Alright, so I think...
I think Swamp Title Deed was the Clocktown Tingle purchase.
It was the Swamp Tingle purchase.
It was the Swamp Tingle purchase, okay.
Yeah, Swamp Map, so...
Okay, all I'm seeing is heart... I'm only seeing nothing but heart pieces and keys on these bosses. Can we have something of slightly more significance, please? Besides discount heart containers.
Yeah, Section 3 remains down.
Are so funny. Yeah. Section has a nice progression lead.
Alright, I guess next up... looks like it's going to be Gorman Race first.
If you're hoping for someone other than Section here, then you probably want Pamela or Pohut to have here.
Pamela, Pohut, or literally anywhere else in the West.
Somewhere stinky, for sure. But Pamela and Pohut would be ideal because he... Right.
Yeah, against Section specifically, yes. Pamela and Pohut would be your best case scenario, because at this point it requires a cycle reset.
I remember the last time I was watching a Section race live and Section was ahead on progression and not just doing random crap. This is awesome.
You know what the other weirdest thing is? It could just be Bank 3, but the other section's missing the wallets.
Yeah.
Get a
Oh,
bank
God.
one. No bank.
Although, well, hang on, no, we still haven't figured out the Epona Wath yet, so no, I don't think Bank 3 can be the answer.
Yeah, so especially because of the STT key locations. I think you're right. We do just have Epona has to lock mirror somehow.
It could be the Rosa sisters, given Camaro's Mask was in STT.
Yes, 100% could be that. 99%.
That'd probably be.
I'm never that confident.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty funny spot for it, but I mean, I still think it's just the game's just screaming at us, hey, it's literally in the first place you would go when you have Zora Mask.
Yeah, it does seem like it's just PF now.
What is this
and then
maze?
If it's not, I'll pray for Pamela.
Horrible. Oh, poor Susato.
I mean, there's plenty of time to fix
Okay.
it, but
Ugliest one. Okay, at least it gave the last block wasn't there. That was obnoxious.
Diagonal stripes.
Yeah.
nice. There was apparently another bow in Foolish Woodfall.
Yeah.
Sections
now,
don't
why
make-
Cola's
okay.
checking those, I don't know.
Good question. Appropriate boss music commence.
Did Susato not beat Goat? Only asking because they don't have it marked on their tracker.
I don't know why they wouldn't.
They left?
Probably
Really?
was getting befuddled by the key kerfuffles.
Oh, okay.
Or wait, no. Yeah, because Susato didn't have a key, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Or am I imagining things?
I actually don't know. I know Nasho didn't have the key. I
'Cause
thought
apparently he had
Susato got the key in Goron Village.
Well, I guess so. Maybe misused the chat saying maybe misused the key, which is actually worst case scenario because both the other keys are after Snowhead Temple.
Yeah, then you have to do the column.
Wonder why they left. I mean, I guess it makes sense if it was just key misuse, but that's unfortunate because that's just annoying to have to go back for. And if they haven't realized where Mirror is, then could be checks that they do later.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. Yeah, if they did misuse keys, they're just gonna have to Song of Time. There's nothing you can do at this point.
Right. Just
Well,
time
they
off.
can still do Snowhead using the column tech. Like,
Yeah,
Nasha
yeah.
had.
It seems like they must not know that then.
Yeah, if they knew that, I don't think they would have left.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, Cola's definitely missed the memo that Woodfall Temple is foolish.
Oh, has Cola been
Too bad.
checking?
Yeah, Cola just checked dragonflies.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I think Cola's unfortunately gonna burn some time here full clearing Woodfall Temple.
Cola definitely has Woodfall Temple written down in the foolish location. Probably just Long Seed, Brain Fried. Well, not Long Seed, but Brain Fried.
Yeah, Nash's gonna get the other key and then roll their eyes.
Section's resetting. Oh, nope. Thought of one more thing.
Yeah, because unfortunately you can't do sound check at this stage, although sound check probably isn't the answer either.
I think it can be.
Well,
Yeah, because
Yeah,
all the
Romani's
transformation
was.
masks were pre-Epona, and Romani's mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is literally the other section's wallet.
I can't believe they're not checking Cape. Cape Hall.
Yeah, I would go ahead and check PF and Cape before I reset.
No, man, this is a reset. Sorry, Deku Princess, you're not going to the moon yet.
I mean,
There's
either way,
still
I-
hope.
Yeah. I think this does ultimately come down
Oh.
to, like, who has realized the mirror shield is behind the Epona.
Oh,
'Cause I
Nasho's
sure as hell
going.
wouldn't have.
Nasho's going straight for Pamela. So yeah, all of our remaining non-hinted priority hints are gone. So no boat archery, no Anjuin Cafe.
Pamela. Is Nasho gonna get his butt at Poe Hut? Probably. I would imagine if you're doing Pamela, you get your butt to Poe Hut. And yeah, a section picking up Mountain Title Deeds, so probably going for Cape and Hall now. I'm just surprised they're doing Clocktown checks and Springtime checks at this point. Or have done them, but... yeah, I guess maybe that Epona Wath isn't clear. I don't even know.
They're going PR.
Interesting. Koa finishing up Empty Boss Room.
Alright, so
Yeah,
does Nasho just win?
This would be the greatest Pamela of all time. Maybe that's not true.
Oh my god.
Extended
Darn.
magic.
It's nice to have.
My
All
bet.
right. That is pretty funny though.
Woodfall Small Key, I believe, was on Aldola, yeah.
It was, yes.
Oh, man.
Such appropriate music.
I mean, extended magic's not bad, but again, it's nice, but it's not what we're looking for.
Oh. Nasho fell down.
Cola just now getting this couples match.
You know, the way Icona Canyon is designed reminds me a lot of Twilight Princess Kakariko Village. Anybody else?
The upper part? Yeah, I guess I see it.
All right, here's our post-sister fight.
Well, now I want to play Twilight Princess.
Well, better yet, you can play Twilight Princess Rando.
Exactly, I gotta play it so I can get better at the rando and play it for AP.
I gotta invest into AP one day. I gotta see if I can do some things in it.
I think it is some of the most fun I've had in randomizers, just because it lets me play with people who might otherwise not be a part of rando communities and just play, like, whatever. Also, even in rando communities, it's just so much fun.
Yeah, it's also not that hard to set up.
Yeah, I agree. I've found, like, almost all of it to be really easy. Although I always hated OOT's setup for AP, but I've heard they're changing it.
OOT uses BizHawk, right?
Yeah, it's BizHawk.
Yeah.
But I think someone I heard mention they're changing it to the ship.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, I've heard like a lot of folks say that ship is pretty good. Oh, hi, Cafe Mask.
on Poe Hut.
Hey, remember, Stop Pot In is way of the hero.
Okay, but we did get Midnight Meeting hinted death.
Oh,
right?
yes, we did. We
thank
did.
God.
Wait, did we, or was that last seed?
Oh.
I think that was last seed.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
that was yesterday.
That is seed bleed. Yeah, or sometimes Ocean Spider out the chest. And Bane 2.
Okay.
No.
Buckle up.
Section is not gonna get that in time to set up Midnight Meeting this cycle.
No. But at the same time, Wager section will find it somewhere like Hall or PF. Has anyone? Oh wait, no. Nasho checked Hall, right? Because Nasho did Cape Hall.
I think so.
Yeah.
We saw Mountain Title
I think
Deed turn in, I think.
Was there anything in Cape or Hall that Nasho couldn't do? Stage lights, Mountain Title Deed? Nasho did all the stage lights? Okay.
Yeah, the only other thing of note that came from Hall was Sniffa.
Right.
Right.
We've
Well, that's
got
not
wallets.
a note because of the wallet, yeah.
So, Yeah, I mean, if it's not PF, that that cafe's mask is horrifying. Latest multi-world group had required Anshin, Cafe, and Fried Choir in one world each.
Yeah, that checks.
Oh, that's so good.
I've been rolling a lot of Metroid Prime 2 seeds where bosses have been hideously common. In fact, the last one I rolled wasn't all bosses.
Yeah, as I said yesterday, remind me never to play one of your Metroid seeds.
In fact, I might subject myself to that torture after this race.
Sounds wonderful.
So Susato went straight to ISTT.
That was awesome. Section jumped right in the cave grotto from the jump. Like Mario going through a pipe. That was great. I've actually never played Metroid Prime. Any Metroid Prime game?
Yeah,
I don't remember the Metroid games I played. I think it was just Super Metroid.
Yeah, besides a lot of speedrun tech being patched out, Prime 1 Remastered on the Switch is really good. Trilogy version's pretty good if you have a copy of that. It's particularly Wii U version, I would say, but
Okay.
But yeah, Trilogy's pretty good. But then again, we've got Prime 4 due out probably around the holidays, is our guess.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I might have to try the 1 remaster at some point then.
Yeah, like if you haven't played any versions before, 1 Remaster is probably the best to get into.
Good to know.
Yeah, again, you're just missing out on some speed tech because a lot of the speedrun tricks got patched out.
Right. This section just sitting there for a second. Why is this guy got a sniffer? I don't know, but he's probably the one person who shouldn't have it. Well, yeah, I guess if stage lights is nothing, we are just looking at PF. As Captain had expected like an hour and a half ago.
Yep, and well.
I think.
Shrine.
Yeah, well, and Shrine. Shrine is a. Sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
No, you're all good. Go ahead.
But yeah, I would think. I think before well, people would do Shrine. It's not a bad play with the equipment. Well, actually, I take that back. We're still currently running, unless you picked up the Razor Sword in the lava chests room. We're still running Kokiri's sword.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So actually, combat's kind of gotta suck right now.
I thought multiple runners picked up the straw roof chest, and I thought that was... Is that also from yesterday's race?
I think so, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
The
I can't
only-
imagine that many of them skipped a straw roof sword.
Yeah. Yeah, never mind then.
Where was the other sword? Did we not see another one?
We did not see Gilded Sword yet this seed.
Okay, it was just
Yeah.
the STT sword then. Okay.
Yes. So yeah, we're running on very limited offense right now.
Yeah,
where
luckily
does
at least we
Sentry
found
go?
out the... But... Yeah, Shrine sucks right now.
Alright, Cola's also going to get Cafe Mask again way too late.
I would
to
think
make any
doing
use of
PF
it.
over Shrine and Well right now.
Could you
Especially
imagine?
for Section, because Section's checked part of Well.
Can you imagine? It's 10 o'clock. Is it too late to set up midnight meeting?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna see sound check instead. This checks.
Yeah, but Section also...
Doesn't have
Hasn't done
cafe
Pop-Up.
anyway.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I think the last you can catch her is like 9:30. She's like walking into her room.
Have Susanoo and Nasho gone through uninverted?
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense that they're doing inverted first. I was just
Because
curious how much longer
Nasho,
they'll be
and
here.
especially because Nasho's out of keys.
Oh yeah. Good point.
think they found that extended magic.
Indeed.
Yeah, Susanoo will go for Twin Mold here. Nasha getting big key. Kola catching up, and Koha gonna get that Cafe's mask.
Yeah, and
Section
we're
joint
fairly...
sound check.
Yeah, I don't think sound check is the answer here, because none of that stuff was behind Epona.
Yeah. But that is our happy 2-hour mark.
Be 2 hours. Big thanks to runners, of course. The other section, Nacho, Gigi, Green Cola, and Susanoo. Thanks to our trackers today, our Alley-Oops, Bucky, Gigi. Is Gigi here?
I feel bad for the trackers because, like,
Yes.
almost nothing's happened in the last hour.
And Katie Bean. And thanks to the two of you for commentating with me, Captain and Cheated Cal. And thanks to Baseball for restreaming.
Thank you for joining us as well, Shell.
Indeed. But yeah, I just feel so bad for the trackers because nothing's been happening in the last hour. We have been just on a mere...
Fine.
For clarification,
cookies.
if you are just... That's true. If you have cookies, you're in business. But yeah, for those just coming in, yeah, we have been on a Mirror Shield casino for literally 75 minutes.
Like we got crumbs of a hint.
Check. Right, so section it seems like is not thinking we're constrained to something behind opponent because they are doing Smithy too.
Yeah. It's unfortunate they're kind of losing time for that, but
well, we'll see if
I
other
think they
people
are
have
the
realized
farthest
that.
ahead by far now. So even if they stumble into Mirror in Pirate's Fortress or Shrine or something, they are likely to still kind of win Restream.
Yeah, it's closer now. I mean,
Definitely.
we're
Yeah, no, it's at the point
two
now where
more-
Nasha or Susanoo could make a choice to win.
Yeah.
Alright, Cola gets extended magic here.
Yeah, I think Kola has lost too much time from stuff like clearing Woodfall Temple and forgetting captains for a while. But
Mhm.
we will see. Anything could happen.
Yeah, I think just because of how much sections checked. I mean, for everybody at this point, it is only a matter of time until they stumble upon it, but...
Yeah.
Where is this Mirror Shield?
Here's our Kamaro check. Now the
Yeah, I'd be
Kamaro
very
Master
interested.
was
Let's see if this had anything. It was an uninverted, I think.
so opponent locked.
Yep.
Yeah, I
live
believe it was...
check.
Yeah,
No.
it was the Death Armor's chest, if I'm not mistaken. Not there.
Oh no, it was an inverted, so I think Nasho and
Oh, was it?
Susanoo might both have it. So then-
Susanoo has it. Yeah, Susanoo has it marked.
Yeah, it was an inverted then, okay. So yeah, if Nasho and Susanoo choose not to check uninverted, they could save a lot of time if they go, you know, closer to wherever Mirror is.
I feel like checking on inverted is still the play,
Agree, 100%. Just
but
thinking.
you never know. Like PF is very dense.
Yep.
Could see someone go there instead.
Yeah. It's just unfortunate that section is given so much time for that. And yeah, just the couple of things that happened with Cola. I still don't get skipping room res, but forgetting about foolishes is just too common. It's too easy to do.
Yeah.
At least I think so.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel
here's
like
Susanoo
I need
maybe going
a
well.
tracker that like highlights the foolishes.
Yeah.
Oh, we never saw All Knight's mass purchase, did we?
Did we not?
I don't think so,
Yeah,
because...
purchase?
Not from section.
Not for the other section, at least.
Section
Yeah.
never say bomb granny.
No, because
No.
they skipped to night 3 right away.
It's like, I should come to expect the unexpected, but I couldn't even have seen that.
Oh,
That
Cola
was
just did a nice trick.
Yeah, that was for clarification. What Cola just did there was fire the light arrow, backflip off the switch as it was being pressed, and in doing so, the arrow came out, the block came out, and the light arrow hit the switch.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I've never seen that in a race before.
Same.
Like, that's pretty hard. I've done that with, like, a save state.
Doing boat archery?
This is unhinted, which means it's gotta be dead.
Not sure.
Does not show how to have all the... Why would you even check it even if you don't have all your... What?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
All
I
right.
figure even if this was an accident, surely you just, like, shoot the witch, right?
Alright, we are
Do they
going
think
to
it's
see...
a sometimes?
Maybe.
Maybe they just think it's a sometimes.
No, this is definitely an always.
I would always assume this is an
Yeah.
always, personally.
I think all of the post-dungeon hints, post-dungeon locations are always hints now.
Yeah. Why? I don't know.
Alright, so I don't think Smithy 2 was the answer. Yeah, Boat Archer was a silver rupee, which is nice, again, but it's not what we're looking for.
I'm pretty sure the wall was already full on Nasho's side.
So literally they dropped a silver rupee on the floor.
Yeah.
Hey, Taurus Center guy, yeet!
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I think I come from a position where I just assume kind of the season 4 or 5 always hints are just like the always hints, but yeah, there have been messed around a lot. Totally fair to get mixed up.
I'm just surprised nobody's dipped PF. Like, this is legitimately bothering me now.
Yeah, it is beckoning. I agree.
Because how many checks between sewers and interior have you got? Like 7 or 8?
I think Section also just doesn't want to do it. is if I had to guess. PFE foolish, that could be why.
I mean,
it could influence that.
It's,
I don't know.
but it only locks out about a quarter of the potential checks. I mean, I don't know.
I think there are 9 checks between PFI and PFS.
Yeah, so only a quarter of Pirate's Fortress is locked out right now.
Yeah.
I think what the
Still
runners have
pretty
done
good.
probably makes more sense based on what they're thinking. And we can't just know that. We'd have to ask them.
I mean, having said that, I have a feeling everybody's having a problem here because you would think that if Mirror Shield was in just that easy a location that somebody would have finished by now, but that's not the case. Nobody's finished yet.
Well, we're just over 2 hours. Like, you have to anticipate that some of your
Yeah, I mean,
will be like having random spots they missed. And
somebody could have skipped like fire or been late to fire. Someone could have not gone to staff room right away. Could have been like Cola's case, we're missing out on Captain's Hat for a while.
Or in this case, just nobody's going to PF, and it could literally just be sitting in hookshot chest. Everything's possible still.
Still waiting.
But I still like a lot
how
of runners'
many-
decisions today.
Do we know how many racers we have today?
We have 6.
Okay.
Yeah, at least the other section has Razor Sword for this.
Yeah. Yeah, the section did go Shrine before PF.
Yeah.
I don't really understand for section, like, if they were just gonna go do these type of checks that aren't time sensitive at all. Why didn't they stay on night 3, like day 3?
No idea.
Maybe they don't have cafe masks, so they're not set up for midnight meeting, and they haven't done Pamela or Kohut, so it's not the. I don't know.
Although, to be fair to Pirate's Fortress Interior, it was locked by hookshot. So you did have to go north first. Or at least a little bit of it was.
That's true. Susato just got that Snowhead key that they had missed or misused or something.
I think Susato never had a key. Nasha was the one who misused keys earlier, I think.
Nasha cleared with the pillar tech.
Yeah.
Just raised the column, the pillar.
Alright. So it wasn't Garo Master, it wasn't Dinalphos. It doesn't look like it's Wizrobe.
Susato skip uninverted. Is Nasha the only one who went? Well, besides section, obviously.
I think Susato's the only one who hasn't done uninverted, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I definitely agree that STT looked like the best play.
Yeah, I mean, STT makes sense, but I feel like after this point, if you're looking for density, I think Pirate's Fortress is a better answer. Shrine is also okay. Yeah, Shrine's okay.
Yeah.
Although, again, lack of a heavy sword is making things a little bit more annoying than it needs to be.
Wonder if
Yeah,
maybe
probably
right.
Probably do PF and then Shrine and figure, like,
Yeah.
even if there's nothing in PF, maybe there's a sword in PF.
That's a good call, actually. Yeah, you could always find something useful there. Yeah, I wonder if maybe it's the PFE foolish, or maybe there's just some other reason. I don't know.
I think we'll see PF sooner rather than later.
Well, Section didn't have too much trouble with Wart.
Okay, looks like we're going Clock Town after this.
Yeah, checking
On
Postman's
Section.
hat. It's not Wart either. In before Shrine could have been foolish instead of, Road to Icona.
There's
Spec
Spec
finish.
finish. GG.
GG's.
Wow. No one in go mode.
Yeah, I think that pretty much cements the mirrors. Probably not in the worst place ever.
Yeah, and we will say, Chad, just for the sake of, since nobody else in the restream is go mode, no spoilers if you are coming from Spec side.
Yep. We still do not know things.
Well, we have a good guess. We have a good guess at things.
And
We're
one
getting
person
there,
may
but...
be heading towards thing right now.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Well, imagine if it's not even PF, it's just Clifford.
No,
Could
we
be.
saw Clifford.
Oh, we did? Okay.
I
did?
remember seeing Clifford.
Oh,
Someone.
interesting. Section go to
Remember it
Clifford
being 20
before...
rupees, so if it's not... No, it is 20 rupees.
All right. Nice Gossip Stone hint. Hey, Specs joining us in chat. GG's to you. Congratulations. But yeah, let's see what the story is in PF here. We know PFE is foolish, but PFI has... and Sewers has like 9 checks, so let's see if Mirror Shield is just chilling in here.
Section soaring to coast.
I think Section only has PF left at this point in Coast.
Yeah.
So I think everybody's getting funneled. I think that's
I
what's
was about to say,
happening here.
Section just doesn't have much of the game left. Like,
Yeah, I think
and
this is a
Nako's getting pretty close to that position too, I think.
Yeah, I think this is a funnel. It's certainly
Just
fun.
going
I'm trying to think of what
back
Cola would
and
even have. I don't.
inverted?
Mm,
It's not sure going back and inverted.
I'm not sure why, but yes, they beat Twin Mold, right? I mean,
Yeah.
yes, they did beat Twin Mold. We watched it, but why? They missed something?
Maybe there was one chest they didn't catch.
What the heck is that?
Good question. Oh, you know what? The
Oh.
cutscene may have glitched out. Maybe the cutscene for the portal boss warp glitched out.
Oh.
I love the look up at it too. Like the what is that?
I would have done the same thing, to be
I
fair.
would, yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Okay, yeah, I guess they skipped this side checks. This in the whiz robe.
Will section go interior before sewers? It looks
Yeah.
like yes.
Because this would be Nesho's Camaro mask.
So now we've got an interesting thing with section and Susato. If it's in sewers, Susato can go. I think section may actually have the advantage either way, just because of the goat. Susato leaving at goat.
Oh yeah, that's true. Susato is down, one remains, and it doesn't look like the answer is sewers.
Nope. There's
Hey,
Gilda
a
Sword.
sword.
Exactly what you said, Shellenor. Yeah, literally just go PF first. You could maybe get a sword, because it's not like there's many places left.
Where was that when we needed it an hour ago?
But here's our real shop. Could be hookshot chest. Could be
No way.
hookshot chest.
It's gilded. It's gilded.
Holy crap.
Oh, it's big gilded too. I swear, if this is Mirror Shield chest and I called this from an hour and a half ago,
Did you bet this?
I sure did.
Nice.
And remember, at least I'm gonna bet bees. And now, now, come on.
Yes!
Oh my god.
Let's
It was the bees!
Oh,
So yes, opponent walk led to mirror shield then.
that had to be it, yeah. Unbelievable.
Bees of the hero.
Yeah, I think an hour and a half, just about right.
I don't call this trash on purpose.
Yeah, Spec, we're starting to think, or we've been thinking that the runners here got mixed up on that for one reason or another. Because, like, for example, Section after beating Snowhead Temple was checking spring checks, when all Section realistically should have been doing was checking Epona locked things, if they had
Well-
realized that Epona had to lead to mirror.
At that time, we weren't sure if the opponent waft might lead to a waft
Right.
STT key.
That's actually a good point.
Yeah, that's
Then
That's
it
been-
seemed like the STT keys, like multiple, were accessible without blocking each other. So
That's a good
not
point.
bad.
But there, at the very least, were some Clocktown checks that were checked that were extraneous.
at
Yeah,
the
it
very
definitely
least.
was in a bad spot.
At the very least, we can go mode GBT. Although, granted, that's not a particularly fast go mode compared to a full clear, but even still.
2 hour 20
That was
minutes.
9
Sportsman's
cat
School?
and Sportsman's School.
And now Mario died.
Zato's gonna be
Okay,
getting
that
their mirror shield here.
Baseball.
Pretty close after section. Like section would have to mess up for Zato to catch up, but
Yeah, I mean,
and because of the goat.
and sections packing 8 hearts, double defense, and big man, and extended section doesn't have extended magic yet, so yeah, no extended magic. But Chateau was not in the worst place in the world, if I'm not mistaken.
No, No, there was a there was a chateau on bats. Probably not gonna repick that
Yeah.
up. Night 1 bats.
Baseball, don't worry. I've only said at least several stupid things just today alone. If it makes you feel any better. But you are definitely not stupid for knowing or not knowing that. At least I don't think so.
Gotta learn sometime. No one starts out knowing.
All right. almost 2 hours after this Mirror Shield Casino started, section is finally going into Great Bay Temple.
Wait, what is Suzato still looking for?
Suzato is looking for... Good question.
Nothing.
Well, Suzato... Does Suzato have Mirror Shield? Yeah, Suzato's got Mirror,
Yeah.
so...
Maybe just forgetting that they're done.
That would be
Maybe,
tough.
possibly GF Sword. Maybe some offense.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Because Razor Sword's still not great.
Yeah, maybe just muscle memory finishing out Pirate's Fortress while thinking about, like, is that it? Am I in go? I've been there.
Did she have the sword?
You know, Occam's Razor. The simplest solution is usually the correct one.
Alright, Nasho's now getting into PF.
Oop. Alright, Suzato's gonna get new wave here. So yeah, Suzato should finish like a few minutes behind the other section, but not too terribly far behind.
So
Just-
someone did bring this up. Section may also go for the princess and
I
some time
mean,
from there.
there's time, you know. If
There's
you gotta
definitely
kill,
time.
if you've got to kill, especially if this GBT ends up going pretty well, and you've got to kill daylight before midnight.
Yeah, I think section will probably time it day-wise be fine. I think it's more of a choice of if they just feel like doing it.
Yeah.
Given
mean,
this seed,
you never know.
probably.
I wouldn't be surprised, at the very least. And if section does go for it, it would make it extremely entertaining.
I mean, there's time. Like I said, it's Oldawa. It's not like that takes eons.
Right.
Yeah, they have FD.
Like, I think the
have
entirety
FD.
of that
They have-
endeavor will take at most 90 seconds. Chat's fairly confident in it too, so I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. I'm only just saying might just because never know, but I agree. It seems it would be a very section thing to do to go for it because section does that.
But yeah. Like, I'm trying to think. I always say every seed is a lesson, but what is the lesson? It's either the simplest solution is usually the correct one, or don't forget that Epona just means Epona just means east-west is your answer? I don't know. Those are both pretty valid lessons, I would say, either way.
Susato trying for another snowhead key?
I don't think so. I don't think you can. Yeah, this is just Armani. Wait, did we find a lens?
Why?
They don't have.
Well, this can't be for hot spring water, I don't think.
I'm not sure what they want up here.
Yeah,
Track
'cause
your Ponawath. That would be a good thing to.
Yeah, I think track your Ponawath is probably the more important one.
I wouldn't be surprised if the runners were tracking it and maybe just got mixed up on it somehow.
All right, well, Nasho's about to
Literally
get
how I
Mirror
did.
Shield here.
I'm not sure either way, though. I will want to ask them, of course.
All right, so that puts Nasho in go mode.
Yep.
So actually, I think Nasho is gonna... Yeah, Nasho's gonna finish up behind the other section at this point.
Yeah.
Understand we don't need keys to beat... Yeah, that's Susato's lesson right now.
Oh, yeah, that's Susato's problem, is there's key issues. Yeah, Susato just has the Song of Time, and then that should be... Well, I don't think Susato's Song of Time since trying to do Snowhead is the
That's
thing.
like exactly the only thing Susato doesn't, or could maybe not have, is just not know how to beat with keys.
Oh,
They obviously have the one key.
Yeah, they went back to the ledge, but it was a hard because...
Spec, no, I think everyone got the key. We're just Susato like teleported out. We're not sure if they like know that keys come back through time, or if they know how to do Snowhead with just 1 or 0 keys, or...
Yeah, Nasho, I think, used no keys.
One. Well, if they used 0, then they should be able to leave.
I think that just...
okay.
Yeah, I think that just gave Nasho... I think that just gave Nasho the lead over Susato at this point.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate, but...
Yeah.
I guess for Susato, this is how you learn, you know? Now they can go back and learn. Well, if they want to, I suppose. May not be something.
Yeah. It doesn't help that 2 keys are behind the dungeon, you know?
Right. Yeah, baseball, great point. This is something I was thinking about a lot of yesterday. Because I don't know anything about small key logic, because I literally never play with it on, and whenever I watch MMR, 9 times out of 10 it's standard. And standard, at least for as long as I can remember, hasn't had small keys. So I didn't even know there was a way to beat Snowhead Temple with 0 keys until 24 hours ago.
Oh, and I just noticed the other section put a bottle on C down, so yep, Deku Princess to the Moon is a go.
Come on, get the princess. He's song timed. Oh, okay.
So yeah, it looks like Susato must be getting hot spring water for something. I don't know. Or maybe healing... Well, can't heal Darmani because no lens. This, Susato, this isn't gonna work.
You know, it's really funny that you say that, baseball, because I know you're big with OOT, so at least for me, it's like kind of funny. Because I'm more geared towards OT too. I've been playing it a lot longer. So I'm sitting here like, same thing, like, where's the keys document? Immediately thought of spirit key logic, and then I went, well, maybe it's kind of nice there's no small keys. Pretty sure if you have Hook, you can get everything in Snow and Tumble without a key. That's good to know. If I ever do play with keys, I would definitely love to know that. 2 OTR kills, exactly. Your section. Let's go! This is what I came here to watch today. The intended way of playing Majora's Mask.
Big man, sword too big?
Yeah, a little bit of a messy Alwa for an unnecessary fight. I mean, unnecessary being relative, obviously.
That's good to know, Fox. I always kind of assumed that was the case, too.
Section like, literally picking up the key for the meme.
This is so interesting. I'm learning so much about keys. I would really enjoy seeing regional keys on in Standard.
Yeah, I don't think the regional keys have been... Well, I mean, actually, I think this is the first time we're seeing where the regional keys has actually been an issue for somebody.
Yeah, it might have gotten people messed up on the mirror shield logic.
That too.
It would be good to confirm that, like, a walk song can be just pointing to a key if there's no other accessible.
Right. Yeah, and then on top of that, we've got Susato's position. Just so unfortunate.
And that key has to lock the other keys.
Right. Yeah.
Deku tech to get to the lever. I haven't seen that.
Oop. Tech type being very rude. The moment before disaster.
Princess made it to the moon.
With a Deku princess in tow, no less.
And is going to win Restream.
Looks like it.
With Nasho not super far behind.
Yeah, Nasho's only like 3-4 minutes behind at this point.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see if Suzato would catch up from a GVT clear. But yeah. Regular STT, you can 1K with a trick. LG size 0. I didn't know any of this. This is kind of awesome.
All right, no issues for Majora's Mask for the other section.
Yep. If we do, yeah. I'm excited to see what settings will end up getting picked for S6. Because I know Revan's been doing a really good job of taking into account what people are saying. Speaking of, now that we're getting to that point, make sure if you've got any kind of thoughts or feelings about stuff with S6, discuss it. I think Shane was saying this on Restream yesterday, but that's the best way to make your voice heard so that when S6 comes around, we can, have as much fun with everybody as possible. And thank you to Revan for working so hard.
Yeah, these weeklies have been fun.
Absolutely.
And with that, the other section has finished. This will be a second place finish on the Restream, second overall first on Restream, with a official race time GG time of 2:32:30.
Nice. 2:30.
Oh, yeah. That's a nice number. So, yeah, GG's. I still can't believe it was the B chest.
You called it. You won the bet.
Yeah, you did.
Now that's never happened before. I don't think I've ever won a. Have I actually fully won a bet before? I don't think so. I'm surprised it took this long.
Welcome in section, GG.
GG's.
Oh, God, sorry.
What a seed. Oh, I have to say, what were you saying?
I was gonna ask. I'm dying to know at this point. What did you think about the Epona or the Ranch Wath?
I expected that fully. I just didn't appreciate it when it was Epona's and Hookshot as my two Way the Hero items. Because it just tells you just do West or East. And I did all of East, didn't pay out. And then I had to go back in time because I had my Camaro's mask. I had to full clear it. And then I wasted way too much time in the East that I didn't do West. And yeah.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you pretty much would have finished, at least from what I can see, you probably would have finished closer to when Spec had you gone, to PF a lot earlier.
Oh, yeah, but...
It's just yeah, going East made a lot more sense.
Yeah. It's really just dependent on, I think I was, all my items besides Mirror at, 50 minutes.
Yep.
If I just decide to just do, PF for some weird reason, I would probably get a sub 145 or sub 130, honestly.
Yeah, everybody's go mode here was Mirror Shield. Was Mirror Shield.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, GF Sword. You were chilling in Great Bay Temple. Where was that when we needed it an hour and a half ago? Yeah, offense was a little bit.
I wondered a little bit like why you reset when you did on your second to last cycle, because you had so much stuff like PF and Shrine, which you went on to do in your last cycle. Like,
It was that Camaro's mask. There's no point in getting Camaro's mask and then not actually collecting on it.
sure,
Makes sense.
yeah.
BTW, Foolish Letter to Mama, and Pirate's Fortress Exterior.
Nice.
Yeah, I
we
think.
were.
Oh, God,
You
sorry,
didn't
Shell.
see Cafe's mask, right? Section.
Oh,
Did not find it. Did not find it.
It was on Pohut, and so we
Yeah.
were, holding our breath a little bit on that, but not necessary.
I think I had like 14 checks left in the game.
I'm surprised it was even that many.
Yeah. Made a lot of sense to go to Stone Tower. Not the uninverted side first, but it's still really dense. I wanted to make sure I don't get burned with the setup on one side, go to the other side type check, so I opted to do uninverted first.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
in your situation, uninverted actually did make a lot of sense. I think pushing Stone Tower and you did was actually like the play.
Yeah. It did give you 2 extra keys to play with as well.
Yeah, and logically it requires 2 keys, so I might as well be in logic while looking for my mirror shield. It was funny to just, find a random small key in well real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's the only other small key we saw besides the 2 in uninverted. So we actually don't know where the 4th STT key ran off to. Although we did have there was quite a lot of comedy with the Snowhead and Woodfall keys.
Yeah, 2 of them in post clear. I don't think
Yeah.
the game requires a single Snowhead key.
It does not, yeah. All
Yeah.
3 could theoretically be behind Coat. And the Woodfall key on Old Dawa was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That all being said, Nasho is on Majora now. Susato's getting through GBT, so both of those 2 will be done pretty soon. Cola is also on the path to Mirror Shield, so yeah, we should be done here pretty soon.
Yeah, I'll just reiterate. The main reason I was curious about what you had thought about the Ranch Wath was because between you and everybody else, it felt like there were a lot of checks being done at a certain point where Mirror could only have been locked by Epona. So I was curious why people might have been checking non-Epona locked things. But also GG's to Ink real quick.
Yep.
Third, 237.33.
Yep, Ink is our second off-stream runner for today.
Yeah, I still think Beast made a lot of sense when it did, and so it was kind of just what it was.
Andrew had lens.
Ugh.
Oh, that's
More
brutal.
bait!
Wait, yeah, so that puts in tier and Thermani.
The whole watch chain for Eponas into Mirror Shield, you could argue that it's just Eponas for Bossa Nova, but yeah.
Oh no, that means Cola bailed out of PF to check that!
Wait, does that work that way?
I mean, people don't believe in
opinion?
watch chain, so.
Oh wow, you're right. Ola did bail on PF.
Yeah, as soon as he was done with sewers, he bailed.
Yeah,
Oh
there is a
no.
good
Section.
point.
I did really like your route a lot. I thought your route was really clean.
I think it was great that I decided to go DP. It made sense to just get some basic prog, and no one cares about Woodfall Temple because it's foolish, right? So might as well hit that and hopefully find fire arrows. Funny enough, fire arrows is right there.
Right there, yeah.
Everything was just working really, really well.
Yeah, your route really was super solid.
Yeah, except
GG
mirror.
Toronto.
Yeah.
All right, Nasho
Yeah.
finishes with a 238.51, second restream, 4th overall.
Yeah, I think apart from doing different Clocktown checks after you'd kind of gone through STT, I think everything else was really, really, really solid.
Yeah.
Really worried about sound check and the 2 milk purchases. I didn't even realize the milk purchases were in until I remembered about it when I found one of the milks in Len's Cave.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The chateau was also on day one grave
DP.
chest.
DPG had a refill for Chateau. That was the so I in the end I
Graveyard
got
had
both.
the bottle.
Yeah, I had both the consumables.
And also, thank you for taking the princess to the moon after having to reset the first one.
Yeah. Was anyone interested to see why, like, I just randomly decided to do Woodfall Temple Foolish when I have so many other things to do in a non-go mode state?
We thought you forgot.
I am
Why'd you
interested
do
to
it?
hear it if there is a reason.
So when I went into Woodfall, there was that big gold trim, and I'm all like, man, Snowhead Temple is either Mirror Shield or Hookshot. I'll wait until I do Snowhead Temple to determine when to go back for that. And so I got my Hookshot, and I'm thinking, okay, sooner or later, I'm gonna get Sonata, and then I can finally do that, and then go for that gold trim. Yeah, if that Woodfall chest becomes Mirror Shield, I just eat that because, you know, I just did so well on the seed otherwise. But yeah, like if Mirror Shield was in Snowhead Temple, I would have been going back for that Woodfall chest. Because that's a big gold trim, I have to go back for that.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I think that ended up being I think we had a vanilla bow in Hookshot in Woodfall Temple. So Nasho is joining us in chat at least and says, I want to cry at Deku Mask, because Nasho was very late to Deku because they reset cycle early and didn't check staff room.
Yeah, the Deku literally just looked at your route and said, I'm gonna walk away.
Yeah,
So-
we had literally a triple WAF in Stockpot Inn with
Yeah.
the Goron, Deku, and Captain's Hat. And
Yeah.
Cola was very, very late to Captain's Hat.
Yeah, Cola skipped on room key reservation for a while. Didn't get it until next cycle. Yeah, this seed was a weird one. Mainly because we were scratching our head at the Epona logic, and then the Watts came nice and early, and then Stockpot Inn just had literally everything else after we already had Ice and Lights.
Yep.
Like, as Fox pointed out, yeah, it's like a 3 or 4 sphere seed. Like, literally after you get Zora and Epona, you just go get Mirror Shield, and then, yeah, the seed is practically solved. It's actually kind of was almost a baby seed. And we don't get that very often here.
You say
Kind of just
the
made me
seed
wish
is
we started with
three
Epona.
spheres. Like, top sphere is sphere 3,
That's crazy.
top sphere is sphere 2, and we have 3 spheres 0, 1, and 2. Because there's definitely some stuff in sphere 3, right? Like, Mirror would have been sphere 3.
I have it down as Spear 2. It's the third spear, but it's Spear 2, yeah.
Alright, Susato just got eaten. And is looking to get a magic refill, looks like. Yeah. Because burnt most of their magic on that first half of George. Why did Cola leave PF? We assume it was to check Midnight Meeting. And then Susato got eaten again. Is having a little trouble with this George fight.
But yeah, Section, do you have any other major thoughts about Seed, how you play it, anything like that?
I really hope that we could have seen more items on the settings that were rendered. It was a little interesting to have a recovery heart on Boss Blue Warp. I did not read the settings properly, so I was thinking it was a dead song, but I honestly like how the songs were like that. But Elder usually just results in magic early and Lens, which I didn't find Lens.
Yeah,
Wasn't that
Lens,
type of seed this time, but
yeah, Lens was in GBT, so you were probably getting that last regardless anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you that I think the song layout was pretty interesting. Little change of pace.
Alright, Susato's just wrapped up on the George fight, so they'll be going to the moon in just a bit.
Although I think I
wait,
wouldn't
still.
mind starting with Epona.
Susato
feel-
still has to make a detour north.
See what Susato's gonna do about the Snowhead keys, because they seem to not be sure how to do Snowhead.
I feel like if opponent is not a starting, it's always on a Way of the Heroes, so you really do probably want 4 Way of the Heroes.
Yeah, Epona
Good
was
point.
worth both of our weekly seeds. That is a good point.
Opponent is usually always Way of the Hero in non-opponent starts, so it's
Mhm.
very, very important. Well, that's all I have, so I'm gonna bail. Thanks for the race, and then thanks everyone for doing the commentating, tracking, and the restream in general.
Surely.
Thanks for letting us put you on, and GG's.
All right, so with that said, unfortunately, it looks like Susato and Cola are going to be tooling around a bit looking for their solutions. It's a bit unfortunate.
Well, it looks to be going back to PF at this point.
Okay, so Cola's at least going to be on the path soon.
Yeah, I guess Susato is looking for Lent to Armani, thinking that there's another key for Snowhead, which is a real bummer.
Yeah, I don't know what Susato is going to be able to do at this point.
Yeah, Nasho, a couple of folks ended up checking Pamela. Cola also checked Pamela, so extended magic was pretty hilarious. The way we've said about a bunch of stuff was, it's nice, but it's not what we're looking for.
I think anyone who checks Pamela for the fans is immediately qualified as one of the best runners to ever exist.
Fair enough.
I hope you know.
I mean, Cola did it. We liked that. We love seeing that.
Means Cola's also one of the best. Pamela's great. Sad she didn't have the mirror shield though.
Yeah.
Way funny. But also, Hookshot just was pretty comedic when it happened. Just because of Captain
Yeah.
calling it like 2 hours from ago.
It's not even that I called it 2 hours ago. It's just that it was staring us in the face for so long.
Yeah, it did feel like a pretty likely spot to kind of just like, hey, you go east, you do STT, and then like you just kind of fly out west. And then you can either go straight to PF or you can do Cape Hall and then do PF. I wouldn't even be surprised if that's what Spec did. Don't know, Suda. Yeah, I'm with you, Fox. I'm assuming that a DNF is coming at some point.
I didn't know you could bounce the Wizrobe's ice thing back at him with mirror.
I think you can at least soak it up, but I don't think you can bounce it back.
Oh. What's the point of doing that? Just, like, not get frozen?
Pretty much. Because, yeah, Susato tried to hit with a fire arrow, but whiffed. It went to the side a little.
Yeah. There's mirror for Cola.
And there's Cola's mirror. Yeah, like, this seed is definitely going to be teaching people things.
Yeah.
And I like that we've had a lot of different runners try this out over the last 2 days. So definitely a lot of people have had time to really sink their teeth into this.
I will say, though, it is always nice to learn. Or at least it
Spec.
feels that way. Spec.
Spec's Go mode was
Okay,
capped,
so that's
apparently.
the thing that you did.
Oh,
You just
man.
skipped room res. I know you have a lot of thoughts about room res, but I can't.
You too?
Wow.
All right, that is pretty funny. Because if only because Cola did the same exact thing.
Oh, that's not even intentional. Oh,
Oh, because
Okay,
of
that's
accidentally
just bad.
selecting the second
That just
story.
sucks. Actually, no, it would have been just bad if you did it on purpose. That's so unfortunate. Yeah, that's box. So then, out of curiosity, when you routed out STT, did you go PF right before or right after? Or did you take a little while to clear up other checks? You programmer. Yeah. See, that makes sense. That's kind of where I was thinking. Especially because of the fact that STT literally could have just been the answer to this seed.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing you got to just deal with in a Mirror Shield Casino. It literally just comes down to where is it and do you find it?
Right.
Does your route happen upon it? Like, there's really not much else you can do in that scenario. It's just either you pick density or you go for the one-offs and hope it's that one, and no one checks it. Like, it really is just dependent on what your mentality is.
Yeah, that's a great point, Captain. And I sort of PM. Yeah, see, that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree with going east before PF because it's like Russian and equally post opponent.
I think had you not missed the Captain Sat, I wouldn't be surprised if you even went there earlier.
Yeah, so Cola's going to be done with the seed in a little less than 10 minutes, I think.
My page crashed. Awesome. Either way, I thought that was a pretty interesting seed overall, even though it was on the quicker side.
Yeah. These settings are definitely interesting. Hey, landed for a landed.
Yeah, I would love to see them do something with the songs. But at the end of the day, I'm cool with whatever. Happy for all the excitement and energy.
Yeah, how much do you want to bet the last, how much do you want to bet the last Stone Tower Temple Key is just chilling on the Ocean Tidal D-turn in here?
Oh wow, you managed to full clear GBT because of the timing. That's really funny.
It looks like we've got the SPM community joining us with a raid. Welcome aboard, folks. You are joining us as we're kind of winding down here our second weekly race of the Chaotical Majora weekly race Season 6 test settings. It's been a fairly interesting race here, basically culminating in about an hour-and-a-half long Mirror Shield Casino. Hey, me and my big mouth, there's the last STT key on the Ocean Tidal D-turn.
Oh my lord. After all of that.
But yeah, we've had a pretty fun seed. There's been plenty of comedy and some cosmic seed guessing, I guess. But yeah, no, this seed has been pretty fun. Yeah, I think we didn't see the two non-mirror shield chests in well, so those are the only two places, to be fair, where it could have been.
Oh, it's awesome doing pip percent like the casino in Super Duper Mario. Well, either way, thank you guys very much for the raid. Much love. I wasn't sure if we saw all of the well. I know section did like.
No, we didn't. I don't think we saw left.
Yeah, we might not have seen left side well.
We saw left up to the hot water.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Right.
I don't think we saw the chest over there. I don't remember seeing right side chest either. I just mirror shield.
I know we saw a few things in well, but I think you guys are right. We didn't see everything. I just don't remember what we did or didn't see. Except for Mirror Shield chest. Definitely saw that, because that was pretty funny. Yeah, I'm still just wondering at what point Susato will kind of... Like, what is it that they think they could be looking for to kind of continue?
I'm honestly not sure.
Because I'm assuming they realize that it's just, like, something Snowhead Temple. Do they think they're just missing a key in Snowhead region? Maybe, like...
I think they must be looking for lens for Darmani.
I think that is what it is,
right,
because,
so
yeah.
we're going for Darmani. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, that's not going to be here. It was in GBT.
I thought they
Lens was
cleared
on
GBT.
Midnight Meeting.
Okay.
Oh, no,
They
no.
don't-
I take that back. Lens was on Midnight Meeting.
Yeah.
So... If they haven't done Pohut yet, then yeah, this might just be nightmare scenario for them. I feel so bad.
Yeah.
This is a really tough way to learn about the key stuff. Snowhead key. But I guess if they're able to watch the VOD back, they can either watch the explanations people were giving, or they can literally just watch the other 3 runners do with
Yeah,
the keys
for
that they had.
sure.
Nasho did it with 0, right?
Nasho
Yes.
did 0, yes.
Yeah. That'd be
Yeah, I
pretty
totally
good
forgot.
reference to learn.
Yeah, you do have to use the column, but it's not that
Yeah.
bad. Better than hunting.
Plus, they're doing a lot better than I ever would have done. I wouldn't have had a damn clue how to do this.
There is also definitely something up with Susato's textures. Does anybody notice that a lot of the textures look like bombs? Especially when it
didn't
comes to
notice that.
lighting.
I'll have to keep an eye out.
Yeah.
Alright, that being said, Cola is almost done with this GBT. Actually, they look more like cherries. Oh well, that's just me noticing things. What looks like some of Susato's textures. It was weird. Some of Susato's shadow textures are acting up a little.
I don't really see it.
Oh, you're not. Yeah, it's not visible here. There's aren't any. It seemed to be mostly with circular textures.
What is Susato doing? Are they going... Oh, I feel so bad for them.
Yeah, this is just unfortunate.
Yeah. Much love to the runners today, but especially to Susato for kind of having gotten this far.
Yeah, the seed has been a little bit of a brain teaser, to be fair.
Yeah, but even on top of everything, I mean, Susato was at a point where, like, with Section getting Princess, they could have had a shot with Majora. Well, we had FD. Probably still would have
Yeah.
lost by a little bit, but...
Yeah, no, I would say overall, like, they played pretty well, and it's just, like, the knowledge about keys that's completely screwing them over.
Actually, I take that back. Because they wouldn't have dipped on Snowhead in the first place, they would have saved that time there.
Yeah.
They may even have come a lot closer than I thought. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Sean. We are all
Thanks
human.
for Paula.
Alright, so yeah, at this point, Cola just has to, I think, get through like 2 more rooms and then it's boss time.
Yep, and then they'll be done.
Can't take too much longer, though, because this is already on final hours. And a moon crash here would be, to say the least, not fun.
They'll be fine. They have FD. I think. Yeah, they have FD. Good, good.
Yeah, this fight's free. FD, extended magic, double defense, all the goods, all the fixings. Appropriate aquatic battle music commence.
I've not gotten the hang of how to like always get a good angle on Gaior with FD.
Yeah, Cola did make that look pretty easy.
Yeah, that was very nice.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I have no idea how to do FD Gaior. I've heard people say it's easy, but I still haven't even tried it.
It is easy, but it's also like easy to end up with Gaior floundering in like a spot where your beam can't hit him.
I think the key. I think the key there was to make sure Cola made sure that George wasn't at an angle, or was at an angle, or not, and not directly facing you. Because I think that's the problem: is the beam goes too far forward.
There's definitely something with that. Then sometimes he's just like too close to the platform. It's like the angle shot is just hitting the pedestal.
I gotcha. Okay. I wish I knew any better so I could offer anything, but yeah.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Yeah, probably should.
Surprised you've never tried it.
At least we got to hear one. At least we got to hear One Winged Angel again real quick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, honestly, I like don't remember how I beat Gaiorg anytime I play this game. I also don't even know how I beat GBT because most of the time I just do the BK skip in the first room because I'm lazy and I don't like to do temples when possible. But also, like I said earlier, I play way more OOT.
Hey, chat, you want to see a boss get completely and utterly eviscerated?
What is BK skip? Skipping the boss key. So for me, what I was referencing is clipping into the floor in the first room and then using a bomb to flip myself backwards and then just collide with the entrance to the boss room when I'm out of bounds.
Yeah, it's a glitch trick that is not legal for the racers and very hard to pull off. I've never gotten it.
To be fair to chat, I understand the confusion with the BK term.
Yes, it is easy to get mixed up. But yeah, I meant the boss key. It's really funny that I do that as opposed to knowing how to do FD Gaiorg, which is probably infinitely easier to figure out.
Skip getting stuck is funny, like, oh yeah, I just don't do that.
Will say though, I do use save states for BK skips, because otherwise it's too annoying to have to set them back up each time. Especially the one in Force Temple and OOT. I can't stand when I mess that one up. OOT Archipelago Burger. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I thought of when you had tried to clarify BK skip.
That's where the term BK mode has come from, and it's been used for years now, so...
Yeah, that spread I mean, I've
That's-
never played OT Archipelago, but
That's when the
It's
game
there.
really wants it. That's when the game really wants it to have it your way.
It's funny because I like very loosely know the original like Archipelago incident, but I've been using BK mode in AP ever since.
yeah.
And I do usually go get up and get food. Or just play a different game.
And that's going to do it for
Well
Cola.
GG.
Cola will finish 5th overall, 3rd restream with an official race time GG time of anytime now, bot 3:05:35. And Nasho Susato has decided they've had enough and has issued a DNF and will not be finishing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, GG's to both runners.
Cola will also not be joining us for an interview. We will see if Susato will join us.
Either way, runners played well.
But yeah, that's going to put the bow on this weekly, folks. That's Chaotical Majora for you.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you to everybody who was a part of the season 6 preset weeklies here. Biggest thank you, of course, to Revan, but thank you to everybody who raced, who helped with restreams. Everybody who offered help in some way, volunteering, whatever the case was. Definitely excited to see what will come about for season 6.
So yeah, we haven't heard back from Susato yet. We're just waiting to see. Should they wish to join us here?
To kind of piggyback while we're sitting and waiting just for a little bit longer. If I know I said it earlier, but I'll say it again just because why not? And also new people in here. Anybody has played, watched, enjoyed kind of what's been going on with Standard, whether it's now or in the past, if you've kind of kept up with the discussions that are happening and you want to have your voice heard, please make sure to put some good constructive stuff in the MMR discussions for S6. Revan has definitely been keeping an eye on everything and working really hard, and I know there's other ZSR admins and other people involved trying to make sure that everything's really fun. So if you think X thing would be a lot of fun, make sure to make yourself heard. I think everyone's going to be really excited for season 6 when it comes up. But yeah.
All right. So Susato has also declined an interview. So yeah, that's gonna be it for us here tonight. So unless anybody else has something they want to add, I think we can have baseball take it away.
Yeah,
That's
I'm all
me.
good.
Hi.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. This was fun. I think this is the last set of test settings before season 6, so very exciting. Ooh, we'll see what happens in the main season. But thank you to our runners for showing off these settings for us. Section, Nasho, Cola, and Susato. And of course, our wonderful trackers stuck it out. Bean, Gigi, Allie, and Bucky. Thank you all so much. And of course, our commentators, G, Shellenor, and Captain. Thank you all for being here.
Cute baseball.
Yeah, this was fun. I'm going to send us over to BRB Grandma on Fire, also known as Grandma, who's doing some OTMM combo rando, no logic, which is cool. Yeah, that's it for this one. Stay tuned about S6. I'll have restreams for that, of course. So hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.